What's this up there?
Said yes, it is.
Okay. All right. I'm just refresh just so I can make sure I got the comments live and everything.
All right, Chad. Make sure everybody like the stream. If you're in here, I see we got like 14 people in here.
Oh yeah, y'all.
Oh, what's going on?
Let's get started.
Yes, sir. Let's get it. All right. Welcome to the OPU podcast. What's this, episode 17? We've been on your channel for a minute, Preach.
Yeah.
I guess season 2, you can call it that, whatever you want to say. Today we have post time skip. I like that a lot. And I'm sure y'all just heard that voice. Yeah, I'm sure y'all just heard that voice. We have a very special guest with us today. Known by many names, but today we'll just call her Joygirl. You want to say hey to the folks? Let them just introduce yourself.
What's up, everybody? My name is Joygirl. I am what do they call that? It's been a minute since I've been to college or university, like I call it here. I'm a guest professor, guest lecturer.
Just say inaugural.
Guest lecturer. An inaugural, okay, all right then. Okay, my inaugural class at the One Piece University. So thanks for having me here.
Of course. Thank you for coming on. Pablo, what's up? First time catching us live? And you watched every episode. Thank you for coming through. I guess Friday works better for some people, but yeah. Dope chapter, right? Am I wild?
Fire chapter, yeah.
All right.
Say that.
Okay. Well, there we go. First and foremost, before we get into the chapter, I got to make a public apology on my behalf. I got a lot of people to buy Sanji stocks last week. We thought he was going to box Kizaru one-on-one. It did not happen. And I just want to apologize. But do not sell your stocks yet, okay? Egghead Island is not over. Vegapunk he may still be alive. And Kizaru may press the issue. So just trust me, y'all. We will eat soon. I'm telling y'all. But anyway, let's get to the stream. All right. No ratings yet. We're gonna wait till Prince and Zane get here before we do the ratings. But any specific thoughts somebody want to get out before we really dive into the chapter?
I thought it was a good chapter, but yeah, I saw some fun takes on Twitter, some different YouTubers commenting on it. It was a fun week, man.
You know what? I was so excited for thinking this was Sanji season, right? I muted the spoiler. I didn't because I usually read the spoilers just to get ready for the stream. I muted everything. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna do a live reaction. I'm just so excited. And then the spoilers dropped, and somebody in the spoiler tab was like, Krow is going to be so disappointed. I got a notification for it. I was like, oh my God, what happened? And then I was like, you know what? I guess I'll just go ahead and check them out. Then I read it. I was like, okay, no, I'm not streaming no reaction to this. But yeah, that was rough, man. That was rough. Shout out to my boy.
I don't see what the issue is. I mean, yeah, if you was expecting him to be boxing Kizaru one-on-one, I could see you definitely being disappointed. But by what Sanji did in the chapter, I could see a reason to be enthused. I mean, my man got snuck by Admiral and just moved on to focus on, what his original task was. That's props to me. Just like, when my boy got snuck by my boy Frankie, by the way, got snuck by Kizaru, and he's just running and doing all his business. Like, I'm really looking at Kizaru like, yo, do them attacks really be holding the weight that we imagine? I'm actually looking at him a little funny now. So, shoot, I ain't really buying no Sanji stocks, but if I could, you can slide a few my way, I'll take them because
I ain't getting rid of nothing. I'm buying more. We good.
I don't blame you. I think this is the perfect time because if you thinking low on Sanji, like he's not gonna be a top 5 character into the series, you tripping on yourself. I'm saying.
I'm telling y'all. Everybody be saying 7 through 10. No, and this is not a power scaling stream. I just wanted to acknowledge that, by the way. But yeah, don't give up, fellas.
Yeah, I mean, hold your stocks. I completely agree. I mean, and also, I think it's always great to just let the spotlight go if you're going to give it to Luffy in the way that it came to Luffy in this freaking chapter.
God, it was amazing.
The way that he's handling a freaking Admiral and a Gorosei, like, that's absolutely freaking nuts.
So I think it begs the question then. I tweeted that. I think this is a top 5 Luffy moment. What do you guys think?
Listen.
Just off hype.
Oh.
I'm just
I don't know. It's always hard when you start doing top 5.
It's like Luffy got a lot.
It's a lot.
I don't know. From recency bias, maybe I'll agree. If I started actually thinking and like really deep thinking like what he's done, I don't know if I'd really put in the top 5. But yeah, recency bias, yes, this I think deserves that sort of status.
Chad, what are some of the best moments that Luffy's at? I want to see, because like when they start going off these moments, I can see if it is.
And by the way, Chad, I'm talking about the coldest moments. Now, obviously, Luffy has better moments than this, but as far as just like hype and coldness, I just can't see too many being ahead of it, bro. This was fire.
It's definitely a debate to be had. But what I'm comfortable thinking of is like, okay, the year just for the most part started. Let's start keeping track of the top panels of the year. So as of right now, it's either this panel or it's Kuma punching Saturn. Like, those are the top 2 dogs when it comes to the best panels of the year. And we just got to see if anybody can really compete with that. But nobody thought Luffy would literally be pie facing the Gorosei while that on squeezing the Admiral like a piece of chicken, like the little meat that Luffy be eating. That's how he's handling Kizaru right now. I don't know if that's the pause, but I'm gonna say it just in case.
You're good. I think you're good with that one. And also, I just want to point this out. First of all, shout out to Double O Flippants for the 5 gifted membership. Appreciate you, big dog. Yeah, it wasn't no super chat this time. Yeah. Oh man, but did y'all see the tiny straw hat on his back? Right.
Yes, sir.
So why does he grow the sandals to his size but keep the straw hat small? I wonder. That was just an interesting little thing. I was like, what's up with that?
I didn't even peep the sandals.
Did he have it? Did he stretch it when he first went into Gear 5?
I guess the hat is sacred to him. I don't know. He can buy some new sandals. I guess.
Maybe he finds the straw hat too sacred to like alter. You know, this is Shanks' hat. He doesn't want to play with the integrity of the straw hat. It's been through things. That straw hat's been through things. He doesn't know what it can take. It's been stabbed a bunch of times. Like if he stretches it, might damage the fabric of the straw hat.
Yeah, he probably scared he gonna mess it up. I can see that for sure. If he need a big hat, he can just take it from Emu and Mary Joie.
I just find it funny that Luffy goes through these huge battles with Kaido and Gorosei with his straw hat even on, because like we saw the first time when he fought Buggy, I mean he got mad when he damaged it even a little. So he's going into these huge explosive battles and just like firing away with the straw hat on. It's just funny to me.
Yeah, you might want to keep the hat on the ship sometimes.
I feel like Nami should just hold that when he fights, bro. Like, cause Luffy get into some crazy fights now.
Yeah, he's like splitting skies and fighting guys like dragon gods. And he's keeping the
throwing lightning. Yeah.
Y'all think so Dory and Broggy's supposed to be walking up to go help Luffy right now. You think he gonna meet them boys eye to eye, giant to giant?
I hope so. That would be fire.
Oh.
Yeah, that's gonna be a fun moment.
That's really fun too.
So Prince just touched down. Welcome to the stream, my boy.
What's good, Joe? I didn't want to interrupt. Like, keep going, but what's good, everybody?
Waiting for you before we did the ratings, big dog.
Oh, okay, perfect. I mean, damn. Putting me on the spot. Someone else go first.
No. We haven't started yet. You know, we'll just. Oh God, what's going on in this?
It was like we are not. Mind your business, Krow. Mind your business. I just told Krow, like, yo, ain't no way we doing numbers without my boy Prince. First things first. I had to hold you down, my guy. Mind your business, Krow.
I got you. All right. John Luffy turned Kizaru to a glow stick. Exactly. Yeah, he hold him like a little glow stick for real, man. Vegapunk having a Whitebeard and Roger final moment. Interesting.
We reading the discussion now?
I'm just reading the chat a little bit. But
the chat. Okay.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do our ratings for the chapter. So we'll start with our guests, like usual. Joygirl, 1 to 10. How you feeling about the chapter?
I'll give it a 9, 9.5, maybe 9.
Okay,
another generous grader. Thank God. Oh God.
All right. I respect it. I got to go back and see. What did I give last week's rating? Does anybody remember?
I don't. It's always an 8 of some kind.
I think we were both at 9. Because I think O'Hara went first. He did like the 8, 8.5, and he was like, "Dang, I rated it low compared to everybody else."
Oh, okay, cool. All right, JJ, let's hear it. Give me your rating, 1 to 10. 10?
I'm supposed to be the last one. You know what I'm saying? The negative critique are supposed to go last, but nah, I'm just talking. But no, this was a very impactful chapter. You know, it definitely can't be no 10. Zoro was nowhere to be found. But in regards to the chapter, very fly. I like it when we just get to bounce all around. They gave us enough characters for us to be invested in the people, and at the same time still introducing us to new people, so we could kind of start working our heads around them. Because I really need to see these vice admirals put in work. So I'm glad that they got a little bit of focus on this chapter. But I'm not giving it the same rating I gave it last week. So I'm gonna give it like an 8. It's very comfortable, very smooth. Every panel mattered, and that's very important. And that ending just between Vegapunk and Luffy is very impactful. But like my 9s and my 10s, you know, like last week was so hype, I literally had to put the chapter down halfway through because it was just too much going on, and it didn't move me like this. But it was a whole lot going on that was very fun at the same time. And they ain't let Frankie cook, man. Frankie had a perfect opportunity to cook, but they ain't want to let him do it. So like, 8 is comfortable for me.
I like it. Prince, let's hear it.
Man, I really love this chapter. People in chat are also testing this, especially Darius, because as y'all know, I'm Luffy former. What was the word? Foremost, yeah, like first. Luffy agenda all the way. I love Luffy. So obviously he had a huge dub this chapter. Looks amazing in the last panel. It's going crazy and everything. But even just the whole chapter in general was really good. Wasn't as good as like the shock factor of last chapter, I'd say, but it was still very, very good. So I'd give it a solid 9. But there's like little things here and there that I do want to talk about, especially with the Elbaf Warriors, that they drop tiny little hints that actually make a huge impact in terms of like the long term of the story. So I'm excited to talk about it for sure.
For sure. Preach, let's hear it.
I'm thinking between 8 or 9. I think I'm gonna go 9 though, just because one thing that I really noticed was the art. I think there were some moments with Saturn where Saturn looks like pure evil, and he looks enraged in some of these moments, and Luffy when he's, you know, holding Kizaru, and I don't know, the art just was really great this week. But just the chat, like there was so much little details besides the main stuff, like just little things like with Doll and finding out about her and Sal, and just like little details with the giants and stuff. So I really did enjoy the chapter overall.
Cool. Well, I guess I'll go last like usual. I'm gonna go with a smooth 8.5. I can't give it a 9. Last week felt like a perfect 9 to me. Now this chapter overall, I don't think it was as good as last week's, but the last panel was better than anything from last week, I would say. Maybe the panel of Kizaru and Sanji and Luffy was like up there, but nah, this one with him face palming Saturn and holding Kizaru.
Like a basketball?
Yeah,
Luffy smiling like, bro, Luffy looks terrifying.
Bro, he looks
crazy.
YouTube, there's no way I'm letting you escape. Like, he's talking trash to 2 top tiers at once. Everybody on Twitter and all these other saying that Luffy's not a true Yonko level guy yet. Watch this, read this chapter and tell me he's not, for real. Like come on.
And like, bro, that shift from like him looking so serious and then him just having that crazy smile, like, bro, he looks like that's some Yonko level. Like that's like something Kaido or Shanks would do. Like, I don't know, bro. I feel like Luffy is definitely in that Yonko tier. Maybe not the top tier, but he's in.
There's a spectrum. Sure. He's definitely.
I'd put him up there. He's going crazy, man.
I think at his peak,
that's one of them lines that like. That's one of them lines that like Frieza said before he killed all Goku's friends before he turned Super Saiyan. Like Goku, Luffy literally scared me with that. You don't hear good guys talking like that. Like I don't know, maybe I don't read enough, but that mess really hit. Like, yo, I'm about to wipe out everybody. I'm scared, y'all. Luffy is terrifying.
He's a pirate, man. I mean,
when have we ever seen a Yonko treat a admiral or a freaking Gorosei like this?
Like a little
Shanks.
Yeah, like we've never seen it like this, you know?
Honestly insane.
Chill out. Yeah, Shanks the only guy that's like publicly embarrassed an admiral, I'd say.
No, but it's true. Like it's been a while since we've seen an admiral get manhandled like this.
Not even that. I don't think. Whitebeard, he did his thing with the Kainu, but it was a fight. Whitebeard didn't pick up a Kainu like a little plush doll that you give your dogs. like and just throw out of nowhere. That's what he's doing to Kizaru right now, and
Luffy
then treating Saturn like a basketball with the other hand. Like this is nuts, man. I can't lie.
Luffy is doing Kizaru how Whitebeard did the giant in Marineford. That's more accurate. Like he's just treating him like a little kid, man.
But what is up with Saturn, bro? Saturn's just like he has that eye that's like he looks like he's mad, but what is he doing, bro? It's like he just
I want to talk about his eye, bro. To me, I don't know if y'all notice it, but it looks like the inverse of Luffy's eye. Luffy's eye is white and then black in the center, and then Saturn's eye is black, but then like white and then black in the center. Like
it is the opposite, actually.
It's weird. Like it's completely inverse if you look at it. So I don't know. I just found that interesting.
So this is his full form, right? Not like a hybrid form.
Yeah, it's just complete devil.
Yeah, he's let it all hang out. He's evil incarnate right now, for sure. What was that son just said? Yeah, like this is
not even pretending to be human.
Yeah.
That's crazy. This is a dope form. I like Saturn's design, bro. He's inspired me.
You reckon he's letting Luffy do this? Like, you reckon he's like working something up? Like because he's not really showing any emotion, right? He looks mad, but it's not shock, and it's not Kizaru, his expression. You reckon he's got something up, and we're gonna see it next chapter? Oh, someone's dropped.
That was just Zane. He just joined back on his phone. Yeah.
But honestly speaking, I think there's two options. Either A, yes, it is some kind of plot, or B, he doesn't even have any emotions to show because his full form, where he's not human, like this like devilish form that people are assuming he has, I think it's just to the point where like they literally have zero emotions except for just evil and like bad shit. So it's not even any emotions of fear, like consequence, any type of things like that. It's just straight up bad intentions. Like
that's who he is. Yeah, right.
Yeah. I don't know. It could go either way, but like with it being the Gorosei, it could also just be a plot because they are smart. They've been knowing the world for a very long time, but I don't know. These next two chapters are very telling, especially because of this whole announcement that Vegapunk's doing, the truth about the world. And I just keep thinking about Ohara and then Elbaf saying like Ohara is still alive. Talk about the scholars in this chapter, which I think is a reference to Saul for sure. And then they said something else too. Tiny bit about Sky Islands too, but that's another topic. But yeah, like the whole truth and everything, I really do think that it might be an inverse of Ohara in this situation. And Saturn is trying to combat that and use Luffy somehow as a pawn, but I don't think it's gonna work. But we'll see.
I mean, you just think that as a Gorosei, he has more, right? Like, there's no way that this is it for the Gorosei. Like, otherwise, why have we been waiting this long to see them and like see them fight, especially?
True.
Unless it is really just to show like Luffy is that guy. And
I think it's honestly a bit of both. I think that Oda will definitely go out to show that Luffy's him, because I feel like even with Kaido, when he was fighting Kaido, people still didn't give him that respect, that like Luffy is just simply different. So now Oda just has to like go out of his way in Egghead to show that, okay, if you really didn't think about it with Kaido, you know, there were some things here and there. Obviously, the jumping 20v1. Now it's 1v2 in this scenario, but Luffy's on the upper hand. So it's just different. And then there was one shout out to Mr. Bushido in our Discord. Also join the Discord while you're at it. But we were talking about the possible outcomes of what would happen to all the different villains in Egghead, where there's Lucci, there's Kizaru, if you want to consider him a villain, but antagonist in this case, and a Saturn. And we were talking about how if Saturn comes back to the world government somehow, right? If he's still alive, he comes back to the world government. Do you think that he would like be let go scotch-free, that he let Sun God Nika escape, an admiral extremely hurt, the truth of the world like let out if it happens? I think that like he could easily just be replaced like completely soullessly out of nowhere by Imu, or just killed like offed instantly, and they could like somehow cover it up. Like,
well, I mean, CP9 got promotions after losing, so I don't know what's going on.
See, they're a small agency, but I feel like someone close to Imu failing miserably, I don't think Imu would tolerate that at all. seeing how cutthroat they are.
I would definitely hope not. Shout out to Double O Flavors again with the $2. His eyes kind of look like the planet Saturn too. Yeah, I looked at the last panel. It definitely looks like a planet with rings around it. I can definitely see that.
True.
But yeah, as far as what we're expecting from Saturn, it's tough because he's been a punching bag this arc, you know, but at the same time, nothing has really damaged him. So are we assuming that this continues in this battle with Luffy, or does Luffy find a workaround it with? I'm assuming it would be advanced Conqueror's Haki to actually damage him. I don't know. But we might need to revisit that conversation Preach was having about can Shanks solo the Gorosei. Because with the way it's looking, man, I don't know. He might get him out of that.
We're not moving like that off one panel. It was a hype panel. We're not moving like that yet.
I'm just saying, it's a conversation.
I'm really interested with how Sanji shows us in one panel, like that man touch a tree and it dies because he's leaking with venom. Yet Luffy just, like, is Luffy that immune to venom at this point? I know he done had himself some situations, you know, impaled down and before Whole Cake Island, but like, he just don't feel venom no more. He's just completely immune to it. And I'm really interested to see how we move forward with that.
I'm assuming that was like only from his
the needle maybe.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I was trying to see how to word that without getting a JJ moment off, but yeah, definitely.
Hello, boys. Can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
We got you.
Yes.
Do I sound terrible?
Moving on.
It's definitely on the phone. I can say that much.
Yeah. Okay. So I had an issue. So the splitter for my headphones is broken because it got broken when I was moving. So yeah, I'm not able to use headphones until I go get a new splitter.
I don't even worry about
that's tough. That's tough.
Why did you get me some headphones? Is that what I'm fucking?
Do we need a dono bar for Zane headphones?
Wait, okay, I'm not broke now. All right, let's not put that narrative in the air.
Hey man, put your cash app out there right now. I'm just saying. Like,
hey, if I put my cash out, y'all go ahead, bless it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'm blocking blessings over here.
Exactly. Don't put a period where God put a question mark. All right, just put the cash up.
Oh, there was Sanji talking at the beginning of the stream. I missed it.
Get your rating for the chapter, big dog.
Oh my God, man, this is a really solid chapter in my opinion. I'm gonna go 9, bro.
Hey, there we go.
Fairs.
I'm gonna go 9 for sure. Amazing. That Luffy moment alone, it bumped it up to a 9, in my opinion.
Exactly.
Fire. I mean, I respect it. Shout out to Big Oars in the chat. Admiral Stark saying the mud. All right, we need to talk about the Admiral, okay?
Go sub to the Oars new channel too.
Yes, sir.
Sub to the Oars new channel for sure. Are we still buying the Kizaru switching stuff or what? Like, I need to know.
Yes.
What?
He's conflicted. Still.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm just kidding.
No, he just put a hole through Vega.
Yeah. At this point, he's decided that he wants to kill Vegapunk pretty much. So it's over with.
Nah, I don't think so. It's like, it's at the end of the day, I won't say anything about, Admiral versus Yonko, but Admiral versus fucking Vegapunk. Oh, sorry, I don't know if we're allowed to swear on this. You guys...
No, you're good.
We've said
Admiral versus Vegapunk. If he wanted to kill Vegapunk, he could kill Vegapunk. The guy's holding back for sure. I mean, like, yes, he's doing his duty because he knows that if he doesn't, he'll get a kick up his ass. But I think he is holding back when it comes to, like, he hasn't let, like, all right, he blasted a hole here, but obviously hasn't hit vital organs immediately because Vegapunk still had time to, set up a contingency plan. I think he's still conflicted. And I think he still is holding back a little. I don't think that means he's going to flip necessarily, but I think he's given them a bit more of a chance.
Well, I'm Joygirl.
I do.
Joygirl, I gotta tell you something real quick. We're gonna be real good friends. I want you to know that.
Oh God,
you're an Admiral fan. I can tell.
Listen, I need
let
to
me
speak on
add on
some
to what
cope
you
I
were
saw.
saying.
Yeah, go ahead, JJ. Go ahead.
So like we even got parallels within this arc. So we see that man Garp get snuck by Shiryu, stabbed through the chest, and then we see Kuzan put that ice right in that stab wound, so it looked like he could be preserving him. So now we see Saturn stab Vegapunk in the chest. Where did Kizaru hit him with that light? Right in the same spot he was already stabbed.
Yeah.
That's his stomach, bro.
He could have been stopping the bleeding while making it look like he was doing that work. I've been saying. He wants that Buster call. So like when everything is going down, he could do what he really wants to do and nobody be able to snitch on him about it. Like every chapter, I start feeling like I sound stupid saying it week after week, but I'm still going to keep that energy until I see something 100% definite that he's really trying to put somebody down. But if you shoot somebody where the hole is, like, yo, that's kind of weird to me.
Listen, I don't know if y'all seen that Michael Jackson gift where he's making him put the gun down. Like, hey, relax, it's done, okay. Let's just finish this, all right. The guy is not switching, all right?
Bro. That is so funny. That is so funny, bro. I can't lie.
I've seen people say he's trying to cauterize the wounds to stop the bleeding, bro. Just. Let's rest, guys. All right, we want him to switch. I promise you, I do too. But you say you don't.
I don't need it. I just feel like it's necessary to do enough dirt so that Akaino's like, I'm tired of you. I'm putting you down. That's my agenda right now.
Yeah.
Sakazuki can't lose Kizaru, bro.
So he shot Vegapunk in the same hole that he had, right? But it's like he still got hit from it. I mean, you could see like there was some kind of reaction to it.
Yeah, and Vegapunk
I don't think Vegapunk is quick enough to react to Kizaru, so it definitely has some form of impact. My question is like, wasn't Vegapunk teleporting before? Like, why can't he teleport now? And like, also, what is the whole situation with him? You know, now, talking to everybody. Like, did he transfer his mind into some kind of into the island or something, or like how is he still able to communicate?
I think that was pre-recorded. He's just playing it now.
Yeah, it's pre-recorded.
Either that, or it could be one of the other satellites. Even like we haven't seen the other ones. I don't think, or like some of the other ones. Like where's I think Edison. Edison's tiny. He can just like zip zap zoom throughout the entire laboratory, or go to like a random like announcement table or something like that and relay a message. So could be him.
He smiled. Vegapunk smiled as if it's like he knew that it was going to happen at this moment. Like he put something in motion, because that's why Sanji was like, "Why are you smiling? Like, gonna eat out of here."
Is he dying and all D members smile?
You think Vegapunk's a D?
I never thought it until right now, but like everything is going on. He literally said, if you pick me up, I'm going to die. And then he got picked up, and then he's smiling because he's about to die. Like,
Yes, sir.
Or maybe he knows like his plan is like because you can hear the beep, right? There's an audible beep right next to the thing. So maybe like the beep is a confirmation of like, oh damn, okay, it's actually working. And now there's no way of stopping it either, like the recording itself. That's why maybe
this is like just off the rails and crazy. Like,
yeah, this is definitely just conjecture. So chat, bear with us.
Kizaru's light power can like charge some kind of button inside of Vegapunk that he programmed.
Bro.
I mean, that is like just off the rails, but like
that's maximum copium right there.
Maximum for sure. No, but one thing I did want to address and like say is that one thing I've noticed about Kizaru's like fighting style, or just anything in a battle scenario, is that he always waits for the most annoying moment to screw with his opponent. It happened in Sabaody. It happened in Marineford, where like the key broken when they're about to escape. Oh no, you're not going to escape, or something like that. It's always something to hinder their opponent at the weakest time possible. And I feel like this like Vegapunk shot to the chest is just another example. It's just how he is. But I think that the thing that will really change him, if there is a sliver of a possibility that he flips over, it's like I said before many times now, it's with Luffy, with his fight with Luffy. If he like admits, because the admirals, I feel like all three of them have an acknowledgement that they are extremely strong and that like 99% of the time they've gone into battles they haven't lost. So if they go through an obstacle like Luffy where they lose for the first time, will that actually change their worldview and perception? So yeah, I feel like this fight with Luffy, or like this scenario with Luffy, is very telling of whether or not Kizaru's gonna flip or not. I think it's like an 80-20. 80 he doesn't, and like he tries to like figure it out himself with the Kainu or something like that, and then 20% he possibly flips and does something. I don't know how, but yeah, either way. But it's the battle with Luffy that's very telling. That's for sure.
Okay, do you think he's surviving this arc though? Because
yes,
regardless of switch or not,
Yes.
I don't think Kizaru's dying.
Are you
think
talking
he's
about?
dying?
Nah, Kizaru can't die right here, man.
No, I don't think Kizaru's dying.
Because the only person that'd kill him is Luffy, and Luffy's
I
not
think
gonna.
I don't even
Saturn.
I don't even think
I think it's gonna be
Saturn's dying
Saturn.
either.
If it happen.
Even
Why
though
would
I
Saturn
think
kill him? I don't even think Saturn could handle Kizaru. Like, let's be real.
All right.
I don't think he could, bro.
I don't think he could
Alright.
either. I think
I'm just
Saturn's
saying-
just broken, but he's not strong.
If we talking about him potentially switching, and the Straw Hats might manage to escape, I think that Saturn will definitely get Kizaru out the paint.
If you switch, yeah, I agree.
But he's not strong enough.
Listen, bro.
We don't know
Kizaru,
that yet.
and let's say even if he wasn't, like, Kizaru's been through a lot this arc. Like, he's taking some brutal punches from Luffy, and I mean, there's only so much more that he could take, right? It's like if Saturn turns, or if he turns against Saturn, then it's like, I mean, Kizaru's bleeding right now, and like he doesn't look too good just right now.
Yeah, but maybe that's the breaking point where it's like he's done everything he can. Like he's like, even though like in some cases he's holding back, obviously with Vegapunk and stuff, with Bonnie and Sentomaru, he's like showed more than enough times that he's doing his job, and Saturn's still like, all right, mission failed, we're killing your ass, Kizaru. Like, then at that point, maybe he's like, okay, I literally showed you everything and you still want to kill me, even though like you also failed to a certain extent. I'm out of here.
Well, now that I think about it, could Vegapunk's message make him switch?
Maybe. Because
that's a good point, actually.
I've also
that
been
is
saying
an
that
interesting point.
the truth of the world is a very huge variable that like could flip anybody at any moment, even a Kainu of all people.
So let's get into it. What do you guys think is the truth of the world? What is he going to talk about?
What do you think he's going to talk about?
I think
That
he's
is
gonna.
interesting.
Y'all think he knows about Emu?
I don't think so.
I
don't know.
I think it's
There's
going to
just
be about
been nothing to prove it.
I think
See,
it's
the thing
more
is,
the
I
voice
think-
industry.
I think
and-
Vegapunk is a very smart man and knows that. Yeah, I know. I think that Vegapunk's a smart man. If Emu's existence is given to Vegapunk, he would put that information right out as soon as possible. I feel.
But maybe
Like-
he was trying to save time so he could build up his inventions as much as he could.
Like to help prevent what's to come afterwards, after the reveal.
Yep, type timing.
Maybe.
I wouldn't be
All right,
surprised.
well,
if
hold on.
Vegapunk research. Oh,
Now I was just saying, let's go one by one because we kind of talking over each other. So go ahead, JJ.
True.
well, I was just saying. I imagine with Vegapunk's research and his ability to not forget everything, I would imagine he knows a whole lot about everything that happened in regards to the Void Century. But just because you know stuff, don't mean you can move off what you know. If you don't got an army to defend yourself against the world government, you basically just, deleting yourself to, make sure I don't demonetize us. So, I'm quite confident that everything that we've been waiting for, Vegapunk knows that information. He just needs to make sure the right things have gone on so that we can have that going. He knows that Luffy's the white warrior now. I'm always going to use that phrase because I don't like it. But he knows that Luffy's the white warrior now. If Shanks knows anything about Luffy's fruit, I imagine Vegapunk would know it too. And now that we got that awakening, now that we got that, we know that Dragon is affiliated with Vegapunk. I wouldn't be surprised if Dragon knows the majority of everything that's going on too. And we just got to build the climax to get everybody to really be able to unite against the world government. I'm sure Vegapunk knows what's going on.
All right, Joygirl. Let's hear your answer. What do you think Vegapunk is about to tell the world?
All right, so funny enough, I actually made a video on this literally last night, came out last night, like 12 hours ago, but I'm going to do an abridged version, and apologies for my shameless plug there, but so I think the most obvious, I think the most obvious answer is the name of the ancient kingdom, because obviously that's something Clover died trying to protect in the last, when the first Buster Call that we witnessed, and we know that Vegapunk has records to all the Oharan scholars' books. So it's just like I think it's quite fair and reasonable to assume that that means he knows the name of the ancient kingdom. But at the same time, I feel like it's a bit too obvious, and I feel like it's a bit too simple. The second thing that we obviously know that he knows is the fact that the ancient kingdom was a very technologically advanced society, and the world government has, I guess, smothered the world, taken them back into the dark ages, if you will. But again, I think that's something that we already know, so it's again a little bit too simple. And something interesting was that I think it was like 1068 or something, when he was telling Luffy and the others that the Iron Giant is powered by this ancient dynamic power source. He said something along the lines of, as I was trying to like uncover what this power source is, I found out something else, or I dug too deep. And the same things that's going to get, that got the Oharan scholars killed, like that's what's going to get me killed. So I don't think it's quite Imu, because just because there hasn't been really anything to support that he knows who Imu is, I think it's more along the lines of something about the ancient kingdom and the Void Century and what the world government did to suppress them and suppress the knowledge that they had.
Actually, if you don't mind, I want to add on to it, because you were talking about power source, right? Of the big robot itself, right? I think we've seen 2 times now in the Egghead arc that it's being powered by Luffy's heartbeat. So what if, and obviously Vegapunk knows about Luffy's form now, and he even has his own theory about devil fruits, and there's also this whole possibility that Luffy's fruit could be the first in some way of some kind. But what if Luffy's like fruit, or like the tail of Sun God Nika, is what he learned? So it's the more like background information that he figured out, which is obviously linked to the ancient kingdom, Void Century, yada yada yada. And all that stuff is what is the extremely dangerous information that the world government doesn't want anybody to know. So that's what he's telling to the world at this point. Also with knowing the ancient kingdom's name itself. Because even in Wano, we learned that Luffy is literally the warrior of liberation. And like there's a bunch of things with the ancient kingdom, Sun God Nika and stuff. And that could directly tie to the ancient kingdom's name, possibly what his role was for the ancient kingdom, or Sun God Nika or Joy Boy at first. But yeah, that could also be telling as well, because at this point, Luffy doesn't even know who he is. He doesn't even know what Sun God Nika is, because Bonnie herself was talking to Luffy, and Luffy had no clue. So could be more exposing more truth about Sun God Nika. It's something that the Gorosei don't want at all, especially after looking at the bounty poster. And they hated the release of not only the D in Luffy's name, but the Gear 5 picture as well.
I have a question about that, though.
Let's hear it.
That would mean that when he was talking to the Straw Hats about the power source, it still came off like he didn't know what that power source was. In which case, it was only and I don't think we've seen Vegapunk register that the Iron Giant is awake now. The 2 times that we've seen him go awake, which means that, like, are you saying that theoretically he understands that if there was a rebirth of Sun God Nika, then the Iron Giant could awaken, but he just hadn't seen it come into practice, and like a sort of in like a twisted fate of irony, he'll die witnessing it happen for the first time, and his announcement sort of just supports like the back of that, the back work, like the end, like the back end research.
See, I think that's a possibility, because he's also made a bunch of theories as to what could possibly happen with many things. Obviously, devil fruits being one, but I could very well see Vegapunk having a theory that, if Sun God Nika is the source of this power, and he's also had a lot of experiences with Kuma as well, with tales about Sun God Nika and stuff. It's kind of just mixing like folklore, myths, and legend with actual scientific knowledge, experiments, data, and everything, and just mixing it into one. And that like theory is what like would come about when he meets Sun God Nika. So he finally meets Luffy and then sees what's going on, but obviously he's more focused on what's happening with Luffy, Straw Hats, and imminent danger rather than the robot that's literally on the side just chilling and nobody's noticing it or paying attention to it. So maybe we see it in the coming chapters because it awakened like what 3-4 chapters ago. So it could even make its presence now, maybe making it a fair fight, like going up against Saturn, and Kizaru is going up against Luffy, making it a fair 2v2. Who knows? But there's still a lot of conjecture and more things to think about for sure. But I feel like the most important thing has to be what Vegapunk wants to reveal, because I don't think it's everything. Because then that also kind of diminishes the like shock factor we're gonna receive in Elbaf from the crew as well, and like more lore that the Elbathian warriors have on like the Ancient Kingdom, the Void Century, like everything in terms of like generations of history. So I think that might be revealed in Elbaf, but I think what is revealed now is a simple truth that is tied to the Ancient Kingdom, but at the same time is like very like telling to the point where it's not something you should let out at all. So the name, and obviously, in my opinion, something tied to Sun God Nika and Luffy.
I think for the egghead incident to like live up to how Oda was hyping it, Vegapunk is going to tell probably a big chunk of what we need to know about the Ancient Kingdom. I'll be real honest with you. Out of all people on the planet, he's probably the main or the number one person who would have the knowledge on it.
Because he has the knowledge. He's the smartest person. Yeah.
Because of his devil fruit and all that. So I think we're going to get a huge lore dump from Vegapunk soon. And Oda was hyping up the Egghead incident like it was going to change the world, like making it seem like it was going to change everybody's view on the world. So he obviously knows more than we think he knows, but probably not like Emu and all the main stuff that he's saving for like the final arc, you know?
Okay.
I could almost give y'all the script of what I mean. Like I talked to Oda last week. I don't, should I? I could literally like give y'all the script of what Vegapunk is going to say. Like,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I don't read no spoilers. I hate to be the spoiling type, but it's it's simple. Like I just love first of all how Vegapunk was like, "It's your greatest and most humble scientific genius." That was funny, but
yeah. Oh yeah, that
my
is
boy's
funny.
gonna be like, "Listen, world, you think you're free." You think you're able to move how you want and do all these extra things, but that's not the case. The government has you tied down, and they want you to be exactly who you are, and they don't want you to elevate. Because if you elevate, you may try to get up to a king status and try to be king of the world, like the king that we're not supposed to have. We're going to tell you about Emu. We're going to tell you about the Dawn. We're going to tell you about the revolution that needs to occur. Follow Dragon's son, and let's bring a dawn to the new world. I don't want to verbatim it. I got the script here, but I just feel like that's enough for now.
Nah, JJ just gave me a brilliant idea. Oh my god. No, JJ is so right, because I think he's gonna do this whole spiel, and at the exact same time, Vegapunk was making a invention on projection, right? Like transponder snail is giving a large projection to like the entire world. He was working on that, right? Like making a image and like spreading it across the world. I forgot when it was. I swear he was doing this. Like it was an invention he's working on. What if
remember that too.
It's already done, and the first projection he uses, it's a prototype or something like that, but it works. And the first projection that's made across the world, as he says this, is a Gorosei member looking like a devil that's not even human, or Saturn in his state right now, which would back up his claim of what's going on with the world government and them being extremely bad and all this stuff. As JJ is saying. Or like as he's giving speech.
Yeah, if they saw Saturn, because like he looks straight up evil, how we said.
Yeah.
And I think that would definitely change the perspective of the world government. But I think with what he's going to say, I think he's going to tell a bit of the story of how the world government was formed. Like he was talking to Usopp and Robin about kind of what was going on and what Clover was researching, and the whole story of there being a war that led to the world government forming. So I think he's going to talk a little bit about that, just kind of informing the world of even the Void Century. Like, they know about it, but if you kind of like harp on the idea more, it's like now you're bringing so much more intrigue into it. I think he's also going to talk about just, like what happened at the end of the war, and really just the entire formation of the corruption behind the world government. I think because if you think about like Vegapunk and then Dragon, right, like they have a similar goal, even though they went a different route. But in this, if Vegapunk goes out like this, it's going to be furthering whatever Dragon's doing. So it's like if now he can give so much more support for the world to side with Dragon's revolution, I think that's going to kind of be the main idea of it.
I could see that as well, because like it's like even in the start of the arc, Dragon, I'm about to die, and like he knows that stuff, and then like this whole arc has been showing that like he didn't join Dragon, he didn't join the revolutionaries, but now like even without joining him, like his whole cause is kind of like just given to Dragon. Like his whole like support system like helps Dragon at the end of the day and the revolutionary army.
Yeah, and
like that I could see as well.
Off the back of that, something that could really help the revolutionaries' cause is to reveal the existence of the Mother Flame. Because we know that the Mother Flame was used to wipe out Lucia, but for the rest of the world, they have no idea what happened. They have no idea that it was the world government behind this attack. They don't know that the Mother Flame exists.
They just thought it was tsunamis and stuff.
Exactly. So to actually find out, like, holy crap, the world government that we've been thinking is supposed to bring about order in this world has this freaking power to wipe out entire islands. Like, that's something that could cause revolutions all over the world.
Yeah, even if he's like, I made a mistake and I helped create this, but I'm warning now that like what it was because the world government used it. Yeah, I mean that could be like, I just think my only issue with the Ancient Kingdom name is like I think he probably does know it, especially because like Joygirl said, like he knows so much that Clover knows almost exactly the same theories. So it's like you expect him to go even further. We know that Clover knew the name. So we know, like, now we gotta ask, like, what could, because Vegapunk's the smartest man, right? So it's like, now he would go even beyond what Clover figured out. But the thing with Ancient Kingdom name is, my only question is, like, why would he not tell Robin? Why would he not tell her about it? Because they were already talking about it, and, like, they were referring to it as the name of the Ancient Kingdom. He could have just told her right there.
I was reading that chapter earlier, actually, and she was. I think she's trying to protect him by not. I mean, he was trying to protect her by not telling her yet, because he said, "If I continue to talk, what I'm saying, you're gonna be in trouble." So,
but to be fair, they're already in trouble, bro.
I'm just saying,
they're Yonko level crew.
Perspective, I can see him like, "Nah, I don't need to tell them this yet." You feel me? And I don't think we're even gonna get to hear all this yet, because I think this is a lot of stuff that might be too early for the Straw Hats to know or whatever. So it might. That's why I don't think that this transmission will be as impactful to us as readers as we think, because.
So do you think it's like something where like the transmission's going on as Luffy's leaving the island, so we don't even get to hear everything?
I think that he's gonna hear it.
That's gonna be crazy.
Because that's literally ballers, bro. Like he's done it before. So
bro, that's literally doing the inverse of what happened in Marineford, or just like inversing the whole situation. Yeah. Like it's situational irony, but inverse, which is usually like we know what's going on, but the whole world doesn't. But in this case, the whole world knows what's going on, but we don't. The Straw Hats don't, and we don't.
I think they're gonna hear it.
Yeah.
But I just don't think that it's gonna be as much as we're expecting, because, like I said, they have to find out these things on Laptail, right? Some stuff. We might get the name of the Ancient Kingdom,
or maybe even Elbeth. We gotta learn it somehow, though.
Yeah, but I don't think we're gonna learn it through this transmission. What we want. I think he's gonna give us the name of the Ancient Kingdom. He might tell them stuff that we know as readers, but the world don't know, like Emu's existence or whatever. But it can only be so much that he reveals. You feel me?
True. I think it's gonna be something very succinct, very simple. But if I had to guess, it's a little bit on obviously Ancient Kingdom name, Luffy a tiny bit, because he's so interested in his form. I don't know, it might be just a bias of mine, but Luffy, and then some kind of projection maybe of like spreading the image of Saturn, maybe. That's my guess. But I think like it's also time to like rewind and maybe like guess back. But what do we think the Ancient Kingdom name is? I mean, we've had this discussion, but I think we
I
gotta
was
say
just
it.
about to say that. I
Yeah.
think I was just
One
about to say that because the
Piece.
name Wano Pisu.
Wait, that's actually so brilliant because if that's the case,
No,
Big
that's
Mom was
not
saying
mine.
that the One Piece that Wano was a part of it. So if that
Somebody
that would
on
actually
Twitter, I
be
think it was Joy
so
Boy.
funny.
Yeah,
Was
somebody
it
on
Joy
Twitter
Boy
did a
who posted
long
that?
thread that theorized that the Ancient Kingdom's name was Wan Pisu, like the way that they spell it in Japan with the WAN
Mhm.
PISU, and that Wan-0 Wano was the prototype.
Because of how it's all separated.
Yeah.
Would also make sense because Wano used to be the land of gold, and then there's also Shandora.
Yeah, that was Joe Boy Theories. Shout out to him.
Hey,
yeah.
shout out to Joe Boy Theories.
Legend.
All right.
Yeah.
Why y'all think Kaido was so interested in Wano?
Ooh.
It could be one specific part of one of the islands could have been a part of the Ancient Kingdom that was dragged there. Maybe like.
I mean, it's definitely possible. I mean, we didn't see the bottom of Wano, right? So it's like, something important is down there for sure.
Oh yeah.
There's an ancient weapon literally down there.
Yeah. Which Caribou is about to tell Blackbeard, which I am so concerned. But
oh my god, if Blackbeard gets an ancient weapon, oh my god.
Is Blackbeard going to use the Gora Gora fruit to knock down those two towers and let all that water flow out?
Yep, he could easily do that. Easily. Which is why it's so concerning.
So I think we should move on to Blackbeard, then that's a good transition because we now found out that Caribou is going to tell him about Pluton and Poseidon. So do you think Blackbeard is going to invade Wano anytime soon?
I could honestly see it.
I could see it as well, but I think the reason why they're invading is not even because like the ancient weapons and stuff, but the moral of them invading is that it will show Luffy that he can't save everybody. Okay, let me paint a picture. Just imagine this. At the exact same time Wano is being invaded, Momo's having trouble, Yamato, although they are extremely strong and like they're fighting off any of the forces that come to Wano to like try and take the ancient weapon, they still aren't successful. And somehow they lose. And then at the exact same time, Fishman Island is facing the exact same issue. They're getting invaded. Shirahoshi is in huge trouble. The whole kingdom doesn't know what to do. Neptune has no clue what to do. And Luffy needs to save both, but he can only go to one. So it might be like a very dark and terrible image being painted that, Luffy, you can't save everybody. Even though you're friends with everyone all over the world. If there's danger at many places, you can't save everybody. So you're going to have to pick and choose. And I think it's going to be very tough for Luffy to figure out how to navigate that. I think that might be a possibility. So it is very dark, but I think that Oda might pull something like that in order to teach Luffy that how to handle certain situations.
The way Oda portrayed Momo at the end of Wano, it makes it seem like Wano will never be invaded again, in my opinion, because he said Momonosuke, the greatest shogun in Wano history, Momonosuke. If they get invaded again, that diminishes his name.
True.
Listen, I think they're definitely gonna. Blackbeard has to do that, right?
Well, I think he's gonna sneak into Wano. That's what I'm saying. I don't think he's gonna cause an all-out war.
You think he's too scared of the legends of Wano and thus he'll just sneak in?
I just think he knows it's smarter to go in secretly because he's Blackbeard.
So how does he release Pluton secretly if you got to destroy the borders?
Well, you get into Wano secretly and then you break the borders down. Once you have the ancient weapon, who's gonna stop you anyways?
But does that sully the great shogun's name? I'm just asking you because I'm just picking your brain.
No, I'm just saying if they went into an all-out war and Momonosuke lost in front of the people again, it would hurt his name. But if Blackbeard snuck in and then came out with the ancient weapon and left, then it wouldn't do anything. I mean, it's still a mark on his name, but not even close to losing a war with an Emperor crew.
Sorry to break your train of thought, Zane, but a shout out to Straw Has It Sit Down. He put it out there in chat, and I just realized it. But we are past 100 viewers in the stream, so shout out to every single one of you. Thank y'all so much for coming by, and everybody active in chat. Let's get them likes up, man. Like the stream. Thank you so much for popping by, man, and let's keep going.
Bunch of goats.
Yeah, for sure. 100 viewers must mean 100 likes. What's
It
the
gotta
Exactly.
Gotta be. Who are you, 65? What y'all doing? Y'all just come on.
Guys, our esteemed guest has said it, so you gotta do it now. Like,
Wow.
it's crazy. But
All right, so we're gonna talk about Blackbeard. I'm gonna throw out a hot take.
ooh, let's hear it.
And this is not really like about the chapter, but Blackbeard himself.
I want to hear it. Let's go.
I think One Piece is often criticized in comparison to like Naruto and Bleach or in other like major manga or anime by not having an iconic villain. I don't agree with that anyway, but there's like not a Madara Aizen level villain. Mm-hmm. I think that what Oda's cooking with Blackbeard, he might surpass all of them, bro.
Really?
I agree. I agree.
He's cooking.
I have a supremely hot take.
See, I think he's doing the same with Emu, but...
Y'all ain't gonna like me for it, bro.
Oh, I already know. I feel like I already know the take. But let's hear it.
Those spoilers you talk about what I think you talking about.
No. I got Kaido over Aizen, bro.
Oh, get the fuck out of here, bro.
I do, bro. I do.
Stop it.
I do, bro.
Stop it.
He's
bro.
Aizen is so overrated, bro.
Kaido over Aizen?
Yes, bro. Aizen is so overrated, bro.
Clinically insane. Like, you need to stop it. I can see him being overrated. I do think he's a little bit overrated. But Kaido?
Listen, bro,
Doflamingo. I wouldn't be mad at Doflamingo.
Kaido was 10 times more, I will say he's 10 times more imposing than Aizen was to me.
Whoa.
The captains and embarrassed them?
What was it that did it for you? Was it the introduction?
Kaido
was it the 20v1? What was it?
An entire
Supernova versus
war.
all the captains. Come on. Did you finish Bleach?
It took an entire war. I saw most of the stuff with Aizen.
How far did you make it?
Let's not spoil Bleach now.
You know what I'm saying? I just want to know, like, what was...
Right.
Give me just the arc.
I'm in the 1,000-year blood war. Let's just say that.
So you're telling me
yes,
that fight in Fake Karakura Town is not 1,000% more impressive than fighting a couple supernova, but also was raw at the same time.
I don't know, bro. I just think
wow.
I think Kaido is cool.
You're
bro.
wild,
I think he might not be he's not even close to being as good as like written as Aizen is, but I don't know, bro. Something about Kaido. I think Kaido's the best villain in One Piece, in my opinion.
Dofi.
Yeah, I go Dofi.
I got
For
Dofi.
sure. I got Dofi.
Man, I'm so scared for what Dofi's gonna do in the story if he comes back out. I don't know what he's gonna do.
I would even put Akano over Kaido so far.
Nah, I can't do Akano. Not yet. I think he will surpass him as a villain, but not yet.
Akainu hasn't had much other than obviously Ace, but like I feel like compared to Kaido, development wise, nah.
Bro,
Akainu still has much more to go.
What he did in Marineford is just like it moved the entire story. So I mean, he got beat up, but it's like, bro, he still took out what, Ace and Whitebeard. So
hey, spoilers, come on, bro.
Wait,
what?
Wait, do I hear Sokka in this chat for once, bro?
I mean, he's a good villain. He's just not top one. Like,
listen, I love Kaido. Don't get me wrong. It's just I can't put him above those two as a villain.
The thing is, like, I'm trying to think of all these different X factors, right, or villains and what they're trying to do. I can somehow map out almost everything like a character would do in a certain scenario, like when it comes to Blackbeard, Akainu, Kaido, if he somehow comes back, which he won't, I don't think. But anyway, the only person I'm truly scared of what they might do, or like what they are like so unpredictable in terms of doing, is Dofi. I have no idea what Dofi's gonna do, and it honestly,
back with Advanced Conquerors,
bro, it honestly scares me because he could literally do anything.
Emu, right? So he knows.
He knows everything. And
How about
he
you,
his whole purpose is just destruction and chaos. He said it himself.
I have another
Well,
hot take.
let me ask
Doflamingo is
Joygirl.
also very overrated.
All right, so wait, hold on. I'm doing a poll
Yeah.
real quick. I'm doing a poll. So we putting Croc in here or Blackbeard?
Don't do Blackbeard yet because we not, we don't got no from.
Just like Krow, I guess.
Yeah. Joygirl, who's your favorite One Piece villain?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I don't know. That's hard. I think Kaido had the potential to be the best villain, but I think the lack of a backstory and the way that the Wano arc wrapped up, I think it was a bit too quick for me. So I'm probably gonna have to go between Crocodile and Doffy. I think Crocodile, even though we don't have a backstory, I think he's just he was the first major threat that we saw. Then I think you can't beat that level of impact.
I like that.
Not just that, but I feel like he was the biggest threat to Luffy early on as well. He
exactly.
Defeated him 3 times, 4 times. It was nuts until Luffy finally overcame it and just went berserk. But yeah, I agree. Crocodile was the most imminent threat early on that was actually dangerous to Luffy.
I think he's definitely the most cool. He got that cool factor, but I don't
yeah.
know. I just love Doffy, bro. Doffy, his whole story and everything, with Law, with the Will of D, and all these things we learned. It was just
yes, bro.
I don't know, bro. It really hit me. So
he was involved in the best backstory. Well, a top 3 backstory, not the best. And this is his own page. He was fired.
Bro, this is crazy. 20 votes and Doffy at 77%. That is nuts. But I have to agree. Doffy is on a different tier.
He's fired.
Dolphy shooting up Law in front of Luffy is one of my favorite, funniest moments. I don't know why that was so funny to me, but him clapping him up in slow.
I love how Doffy he gets captured by Suru and he's just giving this incredible speech and he doesn't even care. He's just I don't know, bro. It's just something about him where he sees what's going on. But he has just such an interesting view on everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like he's reading the manga, bro.
Bro, no, literally. He's the utmost wild card at this point, and it genuinely terrifies me because you don't know what he'll do. Doffy could quite literally just come out, escape from jail, and instead of being sided with a certain faction, whether it's cross-skilled, whether it's I'm not going to say the Straw Hat Alliance, obviously, but or the Revolution. It could be literally anything. If he does anything in any way, it completely tilts the story entirely. But he could also just do none of that and be screw this entire system, screw your petty politics, screw Emu even, I'm the next damn king. So he could do everything himself even. And in that case, I could see him getting advanced Conqueror's Haki in that way and just go ballistic. Oh my god.
Krow, I gotta say, I'm surprised you didn't say Kizaru.
For what?
For the best villain, man, yeah.
I don't see Kizaru.
Have you read his art?
Come on, bro. You gotta show love to your favorite character, bro.
No, I'm very objective.
At the highest, Kizaru is an antagonist.
Come on, no. Wait,
listen, no.
He's not even the top one at that. Literally embarrassing himself chapter by chapter.
He's not the best antagonist this arc. I might get Lucci over Kizaru this arc, man.
Okay, no, Lucci hasn't anything.
But I said,
I put
but he got the job done, right? He got rid of he took out Vegapunk.
Bro, after how many? Bro, probably be straight.
Listen, bro.
He probably took out Stella.
I just expect Krow to be a little bit biased here.
I don't push agendas, bro. What are y'all talking about?
That's the
bro. It's your favorite.
That's the biggest lie I ever heard in my life.
If it's Zoro, bro, I'm defending Zoro until the end.
See,
bro.
no, I don't do that. I wouldn't do that. If there's okay, I would push the agenda. Don't get me wrong, but Kizaru has not shown me nothing this arc for me to be he's
So you're disappointed as you're disappointed.
I'm extremely disappointed. Extremely disappointed.
Yeah.
Bro, he could have done so much.
What I miss,
more,
what I really miss is that goofiness, that just complete unseriousness that we saw. His personality is not the same as it was.
Because he doesn't feel like he's right now. He literally feels
But to be honest though, yeah, I was gonna say that's a good. I'll say from a writing standpoint, it's it makes sense and it's good, but just. I love to see Kizaru come in the way he was in Sabaody or even Marineford.
Yeah, because he was like literally just a troll.
Wall,
his nature was just being a troll. Like that's the whole thing. Like
yeah, that's the appeal of him.
Yeah.
I mean, like his introduction like carried him a lot amongst him. I mean, with him being one of my favorites, right? Characters like non-strides. But I mean, he was fired Marine for it whenever he was on panels. But this arc, he's just not been Kizaru. Well, he's been Kizaru, but the needle just not moving. You feel me? I still rock with him. I wouldn't just turn on him.
Look, it's really Oda's fault, bro, because he could have done so much more with Kizaru, bro.
All right, this is why I say that, Joygirl. I'm gonna ask you a question. Kizaru lands on the island. He engages Sentomaru, does what he should do, gets him out of there quickly. I guess I'm not saying as a character he's been disappointed, but I just don't think Oda has done, like, he's not, all his moments have been lackluster. He fights Luffy, but the whole time he's just running away. He gets to Vegapunk and he's choking Usopp out. He doesn't get anything done there. It's just a whole bunch of, I could have had Vegapunk. I could have had him down. I could have did this. I could have did that. It's like, bro, are you gonna switch or what? It's getting annoying at this point. What are you gonna do, bro? So
I agree that it's been like underwhelming and a bit unexpected, but I think I like that it develops him as a character more. That, you know, prior to this point, he has been this very chill, very troll kind of character, and then you see like, oh, actually, this guy has relationships, has a backstory, and like makes me intrigued to find out about him more personally. But I think it does hinge a lot on how the story ends for him in this arc. Like, what does he actually do? You know, does he end up just, you know, fluffing on like this right until the end? Does he switch? Although I think we're sort of past that point now. But you never know with Oda. Like, I think that's the thing about Oda, is that it's very rare that I think he completely lets us down.
Yeah, I feel it.
Very true.
The arc isn't done, you know, for sure. So if he, you know, there's always time for him to do something.
Yeah, and to add on to that, I do want to say that I feel like it adds more to his character, that his whole thing is just, I am a cog in the machine, right? It's been expressed that, like, obviously, even though he's a troll, like, it's showcased that, like, his emotions shouldn't matter, or like according to the world government. And whereas as the viewers, like ourselves, and like what we want to see his emotions. We want to see what he truly feels. We want to see what he really wants to do, whether it's actually be a Marine or whether it's actually being with the Straw Hats, Vegapunk, whatever it might be. But I think that constant tug of war of emotions, of battling it out with Vegapunk, actually doing some things and then refraining back, or like almost leaping over the edge of joining the Straw Hats Alliance, whatever it may be, and then like not doing it and then coming back down and hurting Vegapunk again. It's just like that back and forth is always gonna like be interesting, because it's for us, like the thing is just, when is he gonna do it? When is he gonna actually show his emotions? And I think that's the appeal towards Kizaru's character, and like how we're gonna really find out when his character like defining moment is gonna be. I feel like that also adds on to it.
If he doesn't switch at all, or like nothing, like, okay, he doesn't have to switch to be redeemed to me, but I just need to see him really commit to his whatever decision process. Whatever decision he makes, I need to see him really commit to it.
Exactly, yeah.
If he just goes the rest of the arc just continuously just shooting laser beams but not getting much dialogue from or whatever, like what we're getting right now, it's just like,
because it feels like he's very conflicted, but it feels like this arc is, the whole point of it for him is to finally figure out what's his true sense of justice. Like, he's always been someone that's never really knew what it was. And
because before this, my bad.
That's why I think if he doesn't switch, I wouldn't like it, because if you can see Saturn, right, this evil person, and say justice is still to side with him, that's where I'm just like what is going on here? Like, because you can see Kuma, Luffy, and a lot of people who are good-hearted people, and the one that you're following doesn't even, like, he's like just, you know, taking out Marines and just, I mean, just look at the guy in this chapter. So that's why for me it's like, I feel like he almost has to switch in some way, at least go rogue in some way.
No, I do agree with Krow though, that like his neutrality is really showing, and that he should commit to a decision. And honestly, even if he doesn't like flip, like it would be fine with me as long as
That'd be
like
okay.
after this he commits to a sense of justice. He
That
commits
would be
to
dope.
a
Just
specific
develop his character. Yes,
exactly
But see,
because
so-
that's
so-
what the admirals are about, right? That like they all have their different types of justice, but the thing is like even though they do, it's shown that Kizaru it's like not even lazy. It's just a very meh kind of justice.
But
It's
the
not
thing
even
is,
really justice.
let's say Vegapunk announces all these things, like to me that doesn't, it's not going to help his idea of the Marines and the world government. It's not going to
For
push
sure.
him in that direction. So I feel like it just really doesn't add up if he does go in that side.
Yeah. So like we don't even know what his path could be. It's just that right now, like the foremost thing that he should prioritize after this, after the truth, after everything, after seeing Saturn, should be his, in my opinion, should be his justice and like how he wants to act as an admiral or like set out his own path. We've seen what Akainu has done with being a fleet admiral and absolute justice. We've seen what Aokiji has done in joining the Blackbeard pirates and trying to figure out his own way because he has to do some things outside the law. So who knows what Kizaru could carve up with?
If Kizaru was someone who made an internal revolution with the Marines, right? Because we always say like the Marines need to still be around in some fashion towards the end of the series. And Dragon's not trying to take them out. If Kizaru was the guy, he's like going to Akano and saying, we need to, stray away from the world government. Like, bro, that would be a huge moment for his character.
Yeah, that's why I think that the future of the Marines is very dependent on what happens this arc. If Kizaru switches and he's killed by Saturn, I think that's what because from what we've seen with Akainu, he seems to have a great relationship with Kizaru, right?
Yeah,
they're always together for the most
more or
part.
less, yeah.
And if he switches and he's killed by Saturn, I think that's what's gonna light the fire for them to split from the world government.
Yeah,
because he doesn't. Yeah, I don't know what happens if he doesn't switch.
If you think about like Fujitora is already kind of ready for that.
Yeah.
Right. So
and so are a bunch of people in the Marines with sword because
Great Bull too.
Okay.
What I also hold on. No.
I'll say this.
Sneak Green Bull in
all
there.
Right, Krow, let me ask you, Krow, is Green Bull choosing prejudice or Akainu if you had to pick?
Prejudice for sure.
I think that Green Bull is going with Akainu, man.
Prejudice for sure.
Because who's gonna? What will he stay for? I mean, I think Green Bull's whole purpose is to be a Mihawk victim. To be honest,
if someone can so confidently say prejudice breeds stability to a country that just beat out Kaido, he is not straining from that.
Why are we assuming that he was not lying?
He was trolling.
Yes,
he was most definitely.
Hasn't he said that hasn't he admitted that he's a Celestial Dragon fanboy?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
okay, but listen, he's
outright said.
He's a
he definitely is a fan, bro.
Don't justify it.
You saw how pissed off Vegapunk starts dropping meteors on Marijo. He's like, bro, nah, you can't play around with Marijo. Like,
I will pull the panel right now. I will.
All I'm saying is that he was lying. Why
you lie to a random country, bro?
No reason to lie.
He's a comedian, bro.
Krow, don't make me pull out the panel. I will do it.
He's not Kizaru.
Bro, listen, I bought the Green Bull stocks before we got his ideas about what kind of person he was. I'm going down with him. Okay, all right.
No, but all I'm saying,
Can he stop?
Why don't you go down with Garling too, then?
No, sir. That's a little bit too far down the spectrum.
Garling's too far.
You got to have some type of morals in life. So I can't do that. He was hunting slaves, bro. Oh, somebody caught the no. Nah.
Green Bull, quote unquote. The Celestial Dragons are the gods of the world, and here in this country, unaffiliated with the world government, you have no human rights.
Yeah, brother. I know what you're talking about.
Ooh. Oh, damn.
That's a really funny moment, Krow.
Dark humor. Y'all know about dark humor?
Sell them stocks.
I guess we never heard of dark humor here, man.
Sell them, bro.
Dark humor.
Forget dark humor, Krow.
All right, guys. All right. So I think that we need to bring up this, what do you call it? Cover spray? I mean, I don't know. The picture with all the females. I like this a lot. The artist file.
Oh, with all the, hold on. I thought it was very interesting. Reiju was going nuts.
I have a question.
What's up?
So we're not gonna act like Bo is not the baddest, bro. Boa ain't the baddest, bro.
I mean,
she's top 1, bro.
When I looked at this picture, I thought it was
act
Robin,
like
to be honest.
She's top 1, bro.
No, when I looked at this picture, I thought Reiju was on something different. Like everyone, I think is just chilling, having a good time, just like drinking it up. Reiju has different plans, bro.
What are the odds that Reiju got? I mean, that Oda put the Vinsmoke and the Shimotsuki together. One of them harassing the other one. So this is bloodline shit, bro.
Don't do it.
I'm just saying, she's harassing them.
That's actually hella funny.
Those two bloodlines do not mix, man.
That's hella funny.
Wonder why he decided to give her the only one that's not wearing red. I wonder why he decided that.
We gotta see the shoes, man. We gotta see the shoes. To be hating on the Vince.
Yeah, I think that's a fun picture. You know, my girl Tashigi, front line and center with the most conservative dress out of everybody. You know, shout out to Tashigi. That's my girl. Always looking classy.
Oda is really sticking with his guns with Uta. He's definitely not putting her away.
I mean,
is she gonna be canon?
Is she even alive, bro?
She is canon.
She already is canon. She already is canon.
But is she alive after?
Yes.
The events of film Red.
Yes.
Okay, are we gonna see her in the story with her
up in the air for sure?
No, I think the whole point of chapter 1054 with Shanks being like, "Oh, are you so afraid of like the new generation?" when it came up against Green Bull, right? It literally highlights Luffy. It highlights Momo and Hiyori, and then it highlights Uta. But Uta just shadowed out. So I think Uta could have a role potentially. But
that was just film Red promotion, just like the Green Bull moment.
Bro, but but it's in the manga, so she has to be alive. She is canon.
I don't think she has to be alive.
Krow,
I mean, she could be canon.
Stop it.
Krow, so you agree? So you agree that Oda was just boosting Shanks right there? He's not really that strong.
No, he's definitely that strong. Why can't two things be true? What's up? It was film Red promotion, but Shanks is still that guy, and he kind of reinforced that with the kid.
I want to hear what Joygirl has to say about this. Who do you got?
About which part?
Okay,
about which part? I mean,
to be fair, we do have to ask you some questions because there are
agenda
fans in this chat. So.
Oh, God.
Mihawk.
Before you answer that, how far do you get into the agenda piece?
Oh, that is also a good question.
Or power scaling in general.
Yeah.
Look, I can dabble in it because I think it's a lot of fun. I think it's funny more than anything else. I don't think I have a strong agenda either way, to be honest. But I'm in there to troll. If I'm in it, I'm in there to troll, really.
That's literally 90% of all the fan base.
So what you're saying is theory piece all the way. That's what you're saying.
No, we don't like theory.
I'm just about One Piece. Like I'm just
One Piece.
That makes sense. That makes sense too.
Well, let's hear.
Theory piece.
Mihawk or Shanks?
I'm gonna go Shanks.
Yes.
No.
She knows ball. Now we talk about basketball. I wonder if I'm gonna feel the same way. But anyway, she knows ball in that regard. All right, because it's a certain question we always bring up with basketball too that we get to.
Oh yeah,
we'll get to that a little bit later.
We go into like 4-hour tangents of the basketball, but thank God we're not doing it this stream. Oh Jesus.
All right, so Joygirl, while we're in a bit of a lull between topics, I do want to bring up some of your own content, right? First of all, you have a decent amount of very successful videos. I want to ask you, what are your 3 favorite videos that you've made?
All right, I'm gonna say it, and I'm gonna say it because I think it generates a lot of interest. I don't know if any of you speak Spanish in here, but you should all watch the La Puta video.
Ooh, I do speak Spanish relatively.
Wait. Does it puta mean?
Yes. La Puta.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I know what that word means. I don't speak Spanish, but I know what that word means.
I've seen enough Narcos. I know what that means.
The bitch is crazy.
So I actually had no idea that that's what it meant. But because we don't have a huge Spanish population in Australia, when it's about... So the video itself, just for context, it's comparing One Piece to an old Studio Ghibli film. I think it's the first film that Studio Ghibli officially made as an established company. That came out when I think Oda was around 10 or 11. So it was obviously like a very... I think it's quite clear that it really did inspire him quite a lot as a young child or as a young, I don't know, someone in his youth. And I think it left a deep impression on him because it deals with things like Sky Islands. There is something that looks awfully similar to the Iron Giant, the idea of an ancient kingdom that's actually super tech advanced, polyglyphs, all of it. So, and even the meaning of like the D family potentially. So I just compared the video, and this was actually before we found out that the Ancient Kingdom was even super tech advanced. So it's that video, but the film when I watched it, it came out as La Puta, Castle in the Sky, but obviously in other parts of the world, they clocked onto the fact that La Puta means something very different, and I don't think that's the American title. Because all the comments were like, this girl is wild and just gives no crap about like, you know, censorship or anything. This girl's just going La Puta, La Puta, La Puta all throughout the video. But yeah, that's one of my favorite videos because I think, like, I would highly recommend you all just watch the film.
Oh, you said
even
Castle
if you don't watch
Sky,
my video,
right?
watch the Castle in the Sky, Studio Ghibli, really well made film. I think super important to, I guess.
Wait,
doesn't it start on the ship in the air? Yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah, that was that show that everybody was saying Oda completely copied off of.
Oh yeah, and the woman is like Big Mom in the movie. Yeah, I know. I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
I'm gonna be honest.
Same voice
Joygirl,
actor as well for Luffy.
That is my favorite video from yours.
No way.
Yeah, no, that's crazy. That's actually crazy.
Wow.
But I'm gonna say this: one of my videos, Oda's favorite anime, and I'll admit it right now, I copied your idea, right? Like it's like almost the same thing, but it's like if you want to say stole or inspired, however you want to say it, like it's very similar, but it's a different anime though. It's like a whole different anime. But when I was I think I even shout out your video in the video, but yeah, that video was definitely inspiring to the one that I made for sure.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, because it's. I mean, I'm not mad. It's a pirate's world. You know, you can call it whatever you want.
Yeah, pirates and everything.
Gotcha. So we got two more. Let's hear it.
The other one. Okay, so sometimes I just make videos that I think I make because I like the topic. It doesn't always perform very well. I made a recent one, sort of just analyzing Kuma, as a straw hat in the eyes of someone who's just been very influential in Kuma's life. I mean, the Straw Hats, I guess, development. That was a recent video that tanked, by the way. And I don't know how you all feel, but sometimes, like, I guess, I don't know how many of you guys actually make videos separately outside of the podcast.
Just me preaching Krow.
Don't put me in that, bro. Come on.
No, bro, you just made a video about Tekken. You deserve to be in the limelight. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, okay.
I don't
want to hear 18 views. Yes, sir.
No, I don't want to hear it, bro. I don't want to hear it.
Nah, get it up
you gotta
in the
start
chat.
somewhere.
For sure.
Get it up in the chat.
Exactly.
Oh, no.
Chat knows Krow has 13 burners. You sub to them all.
All right, well,
Krow is the burner god.
I don't have burners because they're not private, okay? This is all public stuff. I'm just a man of different interests. So every channel, there's a basketball channel, you know what I'm saying?
Bro is Kevin Durant on crack.
Okay. All right.
No, I'm kidding.
Okay, so I think I know where Krow's going with this in terms of like the top three, but Joygirl, let's hear your third video, your third favorite. Or just the second top three, the third.
So you have the Kuma video that you just talked about as your second favorite.
I don't know if it's. I think it's in my top. I don't even know if it's in my top three. Top 5 for sure.
We'll keep
top
it up
5,
there.
but
Cool.
Yeah.
We'll keep it there.
The other one. I'm a bit of a history nerd, and I really like history. Ooh. So there's another video where I've sort of dissected One Piece based on how Oda's been inspired by like historical movements. So
oh my god, I agree with that so much. Oh,
right?
Yes.
Yeah, there's like a classical age that was obviously the height of society. Now we're in the dark ages. We're gonna have like another revolution, and then we're gonna enter the age of enlightenment once we enter the dawn of the new dawn. So that one's, I think, mind-blowing truth about One Piece history, because we got to dramatize it.
Yes, I heavily agree that especially the end game of One Piece will heavily be based on like the many famous revolutions of history. So I do agree with that. for sure.
You had a recent video. It was the Blackbeard and Kuma. So
The Buccaneer video.
Yeah.
I didn't watch the whole thing, but like from what I was seeing from it, did you predict that Blackbeard was that race?
No, so I am actually going to say that I don't think Blackbeard is a Buccaneer.
Okay.
I personally don't think so because, well, like, I mean, firstly, size-wise, he's not as big as the other Buccaneers, and he wasn't when he was a child either.
Yeah, he was.
So do you think he
regular
could be a mix of Buccaneer and human, maybe?
Yeah, I was gonna ask, what
think
do you
there's
think? Like, in
I
terms
think
of
there's a
what-
chance that he could be, because obviously, like, but the thing, like, I think there is obviously a chance that he could be, and you should never rule out things in One Piece. So he could just be someone with less Buccaneer heritage. But the thing is, Saturn also has outright said on, I think, a number of occasions that Kuma is the last of the Buccaneer bloodline. His conversation with Devon showcases that he knows that there's something up with Blackbeard's lineage, meaning that if he knows that Blackbeard is also part of the Buccaneer bloodline, why would he be going around and saying that Kuma is the last of this near extinct race?
That's a great point. That is a really good point.
Very good point. Yeah.
So with that same point, you don't think Whitebeard is Buccaneer either? Or is
I mean,
Kuma is younger than Whitebeard though. So
I think Whitebeard is more. I think he has giant lineage.
Okay. I was just asking.
I think he could be mixed. Yeah, he could have Buccaneer for sure.
Because Whitebeard is abnormally large, bro. Like ridiculous. But he still looks human. He still looks human. He still looks human though, like giants do. Giants still look human, but they're just gigantic. And like Onis, for example, they have a different like body structure. Kaido, for example, or Yamato, for example, the horns are an indicator. But like, I think Whitebeard is definitely part giant.
Has to be something.
Sure.
Yeah.
Big Mom. Big Mom's bigger than Whitebeard.
Yeah. She's definitely part giant.
Big Mom is quite literally an inverse that just makes it's very funny that she quite literally could be a giant, but she's not, and she has like regular parents.
Some giants.
I think her connection with Elbaf is just an indication that she's like something's going on there.
But where activated late or something. It skipped a couple generations.
Yeah, because obviously her parents were normal sized.
Or was it really her parents? How about that? Let's maybe that wasn't the case.
Yeah, that's a good point because I mean the mom, she had the same color hair as her mom, did she not? The mom had pink hair.
I think so.
I don't remember Big Mom. Let me see.
Let me go back and check.
Hold on. Pink hair, but I think the dad was. I mean, they were normal size, like we saw when she was a kid.
I look up. Big
she
Mom's
does have
mom
pink hair.
and what's her face comes up.
Mother Caramel.
Mother Caramel comes up.
No, Big Mom's. Yeah, she does have pink hair.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think she might be. The dad could just be like a stepdad type deal, you know?
Yeah.
Oh God.
Could be.
Could be.
Some implications.
How did she become
very,
so
very
big, bro?
But
how is she so big, bro? It just doesn't.
It doesn't add up. It really doesn't.
Man, sometimes I'm taller than my dad and my mom, so you know.
Crow.
No, okay, but you're not.
But like, how much bigger, man?
You're not.
I'm not 30 feet. Yeah, not 30 feet taller, but I'm taller. You know.
Crow. So, is there a reason you asked for a top 3, or?
Yeah, I want to do a start bench cut.
Yeah,
I want to mix it up a little bit though.
I knew it. All right. Do you want to explain, or?
I'm pretty.
Go ahead.
Are you familiar with the concept of start bench cut, Joygirl?
No.
Okay,
There we go.
It's often a thing in basketball when people are debating favorite players, right? So let me get some guys on the same tier. Paul George, T-Mac, and Jason Tatum. You would start one for your team, you would bench the other, and you'd cut the third.
Let them go completely.
Yeah, they gotta go.
Right. Yep.
So those 3 people those 3 videos that you just named.
So you got the history one, you got the Kuma like helping the Straw Hats, or like the analyzation of Kuma as a Straw Hat, and then yes. Start bench cut those 3 videos.
All right. I'm gonna say start La Puta.
Yes.
I'm gonna I'm gonna. Oh fuck.
It's hard. It's hard.
Yeah.
Because it's your own videos. It's like a video's like your baby, pretty much. Like
yeah,
you make it
spend
like it's edited hours and everything. Yeah, it's tough. We do this with every person that comes on, and we love to see them just crumble and just try to decide between their own. It's tough, but let's see. Go ahead.
All right. All right. I'm gonna cut the Kuma and I'm gonna bench the history.
Ooh, okay.
I get it. You say you're a history nerd, so I understand why that one had to stay. I get it. Yeah, start. It's also because my bad. I'm responding to the comment. Go ahead.
That's fine. It's also because I've got a few videos in the pipeline that I think the history one might relate to a little bit more.
Okay. That makes sense. And then honestly, for me, like from your based on your perspective, I'd have to say, because it's just such an iconic video, or like how you described it, La Puta has to go and start it. Like you have to start it. There's no way. YouTube
yeah, I mean, that was my favorite video. That one's my favorite video. I demonetized it. I wanted people to watch it so much that I'm like, I don't care if I don't make any money off it. Just watch it. I have no, like, I've got zero money coming in from that video.
That's how you know you love it.
That one's my baby.
It's just genuinely like a passion project type thing. That's nuts.
Interesting.
That video in the chat.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop the link real quick
right
now, actually. Yeah, I don't usually do this Nick stuff, so yeah.
All right. Ooh, I'm trying to think of any other SBCs, or maybe that's just the one.
You might have to move into NBA realms.
Nah, bro.
How long have we been streaming? How long have we been streaming for? An hour and a half?
Hour and a half. Usually we get into the tension of basketball already, so I'm actually proud of us.
Is there anything we missed with the chapter, or
anything major?
Oh wait, one last thing. I want to talk about. We talked about Caribou a bit. Was there something that we missed though?
No, I wanted to talk about the giants, like the little like tiny details they're putting in. They talked about the scholar, right? With Saul being Doll's like commander or vice admiral.
That's interesting, man.
Interesting. And then they know of Saul's existence as a scholar, and they thought, or the other giants thought, that everyone else were scholars as well, and they openly admit that they have knowledge of Sky Islands. So Elbaf has knowledge of Sky Islands. They have knowledge of the scholars and everything. So it's just more tiny things that we as a fan base assumed being completely confirmed. Yeah, like the fact that Elbaf knows about Sun God Nika, the fact that they know about Sky Islands now too. So
I think Elbaf has a Sky Island.
I'm gonna be right back, y'all.
Dude, I wouldn't be surprised if not only does Elbaf have a Sky Island, but they know all of the like history behind every possible like Void Century linked island, if that makes any sense. So they have history that they know about Shindora, they know about Skypiea, they know about Wano, they know about Alabasta, they know everything.
Yeah, it's like how Kuma read the Bible, right? Like he learned about Sky Islands and things like that, like, or passed on stories from his own parents. And I feel you, like the Elbaf Giants for sure have their own version of that.
Well, yeah, it makes sense as well, because giants live until like ages. They live like, I don't know how. I think Dory and Brogy are like just a little over 150 years old or something.
Yeah. The old ones were like 300 something.
Exactly. So like things that happen in the Void Century is like 800 years ago, but for them it's like their grandparents. Like they could have grown up hearing stories like stuff that happened, like to their grandparents, to their great grandparents. Maybe it's not that far removed for them.
Yeah,
and when you think
honestly,
about, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, like, it's just mathematically speaking, just very simple. It's just straight math. Like, if you cut it down, it's like, what's easier, like in terms of lineage and understanding history? Like, is it 15 generations or 3? Like, do you know about your grandparents? Yes. Do you know about like your lineage, like in the 1500s, like from your own perspective in life? Hell no. I don't know where my ancestors were in the 1500s. but I definitely know where my grandfather was from. So like, it's just like that, like simple math, like figuring out what's going on. So if they're able to live to like 300, 400 like years in terms of a lifespan, then yeah, they could quite easily like understand the Void Century in such a simple aspect, like in simple tales as well. And I could even see that. Remember when I think it was Haryudine's father talking to him about, oh, being a great warrior, you have to like fight, like be brave and all this stuff, right? I could easily see like Sun God Nika or like Luffy, like his like whole embodiment as a like figure, as a myth, being told as like a child's fairy tale, where it's like employed into Albathian children as like, oh, if you want to be strong, if you want to be a mighty warrior someday to like make Elbaf proud, you gotta be like Sun God Nika. Like I could easily see it.
Yeah, and
%. And I also think it explains why Shanks knows so much.
Yes,
Shanks wasn't
sure.
there at Laugh Tale. Like, he has to have learnt it from the giants, because it's like, how else? Unless
exactly
he's already found
he
the
had
unless...
no reaction to the bounty poster. He was not surprised at all. So yeah, Shanks knows so much. It's like almost a guarantee at this point.
I think we said last week, like, it might have even been why, or like how he went after the Nika fruit, right? Like, he knew there was some importance there, so he might have learned it from some giants.
Yeah.
He learned it from Roger.
You think he learned it from Roger?
Probably. Most likely.
I mean,
maybe
there has to be a
Rayleigh, right?
reason
Like-
why Shanks was crying too when Roger departed. I'm still like a bit interested on what happened there.
I don't think Roger would leave Shanks completely out of Laughter. Like 100. You know what I'm saying? Like, he stayed behind for Buggy, but I think he'd still come back and tell him like some very important stuff that he needs to know.
Yeah.
And
Like,
I'm sure Rayleigh over the years told him more stuff as well.
yeah. Maybe like Roger gave him the exact reason as to why he's executing himself, or damn YouTube demonetization, offing himself, to the point where like he has a strategic reason as to why, making the whole pirate era. Maybe that's what he explained to Shanks, and that's why he started crying, or something like that. Because Shanks very rarely cries, and based on the story of what we know, he's only cried, I think, twice, and that, or 3 times. I forgot. But it's when Roger's offing happened, and when Luffy said the same words as Roger. So yeah,
I think
I feel like it's
also
something
with
very
the giants, right? Like, going back to the Sky Islands real quick. If you look at the map, right, like there was a giant on the map, like an Oars or an Oni. So I mean, it could imply there was giants in Skypiea or in Shandora, and even like the Jack and the Beanstalk references. Like, there's definitely room for giants to be involved somehow.
dude. That would be so cool. That would be amazing.
I'm working on a video right now where I think like Elbaf has a Sky Island where like the tree is so huge, because if you think of like the giant tree, like it's a giant land. So that's why I think Elbaf will be a huge arc where we're gonna be exploring so many different things, and at the very top is like a whole different land. It's like connected through Elbaf. Elbaf is at the bottom, and then like at the top is a whole different Sky Island. That's just why I think it could be.
Also, I do think that with the recent anime episode, I found it very, very interesting. But I feel like there's a lot more connections with Sky Islands, like with the infrastructure and how Egghead is set up, like with how bouncy like the different like grounds are and stuff. It's just like the Sky Island and everything, and like they were really able to show it in the anime like recently. And then they're talking about Lunarians and stuff. Like, I really think that like there might be more Sky Island stuff with possibly like Lunarian lore that's sort of just like made into Egghead's infrastructure as kind of like a clue or a hint as to like what really happened in the Void Century with Sky Island specifically.
That's actually something that I was very surprised about, is that we didn't get any more Lunarian lore through Vegapunk. I would have thought for sure, like after we saw that King was experimented on,
with the seraphims and
become
everything.
relevant. That it would become relevant about like why, about what happened on the Red Line.
Who
I think
knows?
It's a shame that we haven't found out.
Maybe that could be the truth he's revealing soon enough, because he like has directly also worked on Lunarian genes, Seraphim, and everything. So it's quite possible that like through Lunarians he also discovered something else as well. And obviously, Lunarians have this whole concept of Joy Boy and everything, so that could also be where he learned more about Luffy's form.
Yeah, because I do think that the Lunarians were wiped out from by the world government at some point, or in some way in that war, where it's like they were known as gods that lived on the holy on the Red Line, which became the Holy Land in Maresia. So it's like they kind of replaced what once was and took over that throne. That's just kind of how I saw it, like, because we don't know exactly how it happened, but like, I mean, the Lunarians, they definitely have a lot of mysteries with the Void Century. I think that's going to be a big factor.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, I mean, the way that I'm seeing it now, it's like all the special non-human races is somehow linked to Joy Boy. They're all like, yeah, it has to be some sort of...
I really think that like it's for inequalities in the sense of equality, in the sense that there's so many different races that have so many crazy abilities and many different types of like absurd qualities about them that like if by themselves could absolutely take over the world. Like Lunarians, fishmen, like being 10 times stronger than humans, giants, like all these different races that are like could be far supreme or like far greater than any other race. But they're somehow all unified by the presence of Joy Boy. And like now they're all extinct. And now like they hear tales of Joy Boy and they're like, oh my God, like if there is one savior, if there's one person that could unite us all, it's Joy Boy for sure.
I mean, it makes sense. Like, if you look at we already know the Elbaf giants, the Buccaneers, like they have connections to Joy Boy. Fishman is like the obvious one too, and so, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. Like the Mings even have connections with Wano and, in a sense, I guess Joy Boy, right? So yeah, I can see it for sure.
Quite literally every special race. I mean, let's name them all. We got the Fishmen, Minks, Buccaneers, Giants.
Even the Shandorans, they said like Robin was reading it. She's like, these people died to protect their own history, right? Like they died in a war. It's like implying it was in a war of the Void Century.
Yeah. So if they're protecting a piece of a kingdom's history that Joy Boy is essentially extremely linked to, then it would make a lot of sense as to why they would protect it so much. So yeah, even them.
I guess the Tontatas is like the last one.
Bro, even the Tontatas, bro, like. Because they have this whole conception of Noland and everything, right?
Yeah.
And they see Noland as a great warrior, and then obviously with Usopp. Bro, I think the Tontatas are like so integral to the story, or like they have a huge part of it. And I think like all the different races that aren't human are gonna somehow congregate within Luffy's fleet specifically. And I think Dressrosa was a mini showing of that. So I don't know. We'll definitely see. I could honestly, that would be so funny if, as Lunarian representation, like Boa Seraphim or like some of the Seraphim join Luffy's fleet. That'd be so funny.
We got Sanji, brother.
Oh my God, we're counting.
Bro, we need a Tontata Seraphim.
Sanji is a Lunarian, bro.
Bro, a Tontata Seraphim would be so funny. That would be just a tiny little like almost ant-like creature with a flame on their back and black wings, going absolutely ham. That'd be nuts.
Would
That'd be
Oda
so
allow
cool.
that? Because that might replace Chopper as the Straw Hat mascot.
Yeah, get him out of here, man. Nah,
Hopefully it does, because then Chopper
The
Wild.
world government needs their own mascot, right?
Respect
I like Chopper
right now.
I like Chopper. It's Usopp that deserves all the smoke.
Yeah, get Usopp out of there. I'm tired of that guy.
Hey,
Usopp will
he's
have
coming
his
up.
Usopp
We're
out
going
of
to
there.
Elbaf next.
Oh, okay.
We've been saying he's gonna come up for about 10 years now.
Yeah.
His
That
performance.
boy still got a slingshot and vegetation. That's all he has.
I do agree with Usopp. It's literally now or never with Elbaf. Like his giant like development that we want him to get is the expectation. It's not even like a surprise at this point.
The best thing that could happen for him is him sacrificing himself for the crew, bro. That's the best thing that could happen for him.
No, there is no way.
Yeah, I kind of agree, yo. Like, if Usopp did that, bro, because like we got to think like his whole thing is bravery, right? Like that would be the ultimate act of loyalty and bravery.
I've said that like
you
if
think
he
he'll
were to
actually
sacrifice,
die?
Yeah,
if he does
bring-
sacrifice himself and die, it's at
Hey.
Elbaf.
Hey, replace him with Vivi. I'd be fine with that.
If Vivi can draw, we'll be all right. Let's get it.
Facts, bro. Facts.
Nah,
I mean, that's literally Lily. Lily's incarnation right there. Makes sense. But
So
no,
we are.
my feelings.
So Robin's a traitor and Usopp's gonna die.
No, Robin's not a traitor. You can relax.
How do we feel about this Vice Admiral getting pummeled?
ooh,
Man, listen.
ooh.
Oda does not care about any Vice Admiral not named Guard.
Or
I
Dahl.
promise
Or
you.
Doll. Or
I'll give you a Dahl.
Or Saul?
Saul, I mean, he's not much of a Vice Admiral anymore.
That's true.
But I'm so tired of him with these CP0 OD Cyberpole power, the 6 powers. Every time he try to hype it up, it just gets destroyed right after that. But Buddy was, y'all think Frankie was gonna survive that?
Nah, he wasn't, bro. Let's be real. He wasn't.
You put him in a tough position there too.
Yeah, it's so fun. Oh god,
I'm just asking the
I just
questions
think
that
it's
need to be
hilarious.
asked.
Like Kuma, bro. All right, I know we I had a lot of doubts for Kuma and a lot of fears, but I think there's actually hope for him that he might survive this arc.
And do what?
I really
I don't know what he's going to do after, but bro,
Where would his
the
character
Giants
go,
are
bro? His
carrying him
character
out
is
of.
finished.
I get it, bro, but it's they're carrying him out. It's if he's not gonna if he's not gonna have a big finale, it's gonna be him surviving in some way.
Usopp
Maybe
will
just give him
absorb
a
the
proper
mother
resting
flame.
ground.
That is a good question. How do y'all think Kuma's conclusion is gonna
I think he might survive, bro.
or is gonna be in this arc? Do you think it's
I
with
think it's gonna
death?
be kind of inverse of what
Brand?
happened to Lily, but he sails away on the ship. You know what I'm saying? A sad moment, but he gets to spend his last moments with Bunny. Hope that's what happens.
Ooh, okay.
I can see that.
See, for me, I think that him getting offed. Thank you, YouTube demonetization. I can't speak my words, but him getting offed is definitely a 90% possibility. But in the off chance he doesn't, I feel like he'd want to if a certain dangerous situation arises. And I think that's with Saturn. I could see Saturn doing something crazy. Luffy doesn't expect it because of his goofy nature. And in order to save not only Sun God Nika, the plot, and everything, and it also completes Kuma's life goal of him wanting to be saved by Nika, but instead him saving Nika is his life multiple times now. So I could see it really happening. That Saturn does something crazy, some kind of nuke or I don't know, something just nuts.
Yeah,
and then Kuma's the only one who can do something about it.
That's a good point. What is Saturn going to do in the next chapter, right? Because he's fighting Luffy. Vegapunk's about to make a huge announcement. I feel like Saturn, bro, he might just lose and go crazy in the next few chapters.
Lose it and go nuts. Because even Sanji said it, right? He's not even trying to be human at this point.
Yeah, and once
so
Vegapunk announces that, it's bro, it's he has to do something crazy, right? I kind of agree with that.
He's gonna lose his mojo. That's for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
What do you think the chances are of Imu deciding to use Mother Flame on Egghead? I don't think it will. I guess my only question is why wouldn't he as soon as the announcement goes up?
I think the power source, right? Do they have that's what
yeah.
Luke was trying to
I think it's
them, right?
I think it's also the recharge thing, isn't it? And
Yeah.
the whole point of the Egghead thing was that Vegapunk's solution to the whole recharge thing was at Egghead, and that was the reason why they came to Egghead to claim it, so that now once they get the resources of the Mother Flame on Egghead, then they could just nuke any island they wanted to, and then boom, recharge, and then any annoyance that Imu wants to get rid of, they can do it back to back in an instant.
Somebody in the chat, who said that? Danny man, Usopp will absorb the Mother Flame with an impact die. How we feeling about that? Is this the upgrade?
That's the upgrade. That's it. Usopp takes the Mother Flame into a
if he does
and
that,
redistributes it. That's literally on the level of
is garbage.
Yeah,
wave, bro.
That's literally on the level of Raizo taking Kaido's Boro breath and redistributing back. But 50 times worse.
Bro, it's like he gonna have a Kamehameha in his hand, bro. That's really what it is.
That's actually nuts.
All right, well, is it time for hoop piece to wrap it up?
Oh,
we just gotta ask the magic question. That's all.
Actually, true. We should.
All right.
Can I guess what the magic question is?
Let's hear it.
Actually, that'd be cool.
Is it MJ versus LeBron?
It's one person that doesn't belong in the conversation, actually.
No, hell no.
The question is Kobe versus LeBron. So let's hear that answer.
So I didn't quite catch it.
I said it's Kobe versus LeBron, actually.
Oh, LeBron.
Easy, let's go. Come on, man.
Yes, sir.
Nah,
let's go.
I have quite hot takes about Kobe that I don't think should be publicized. So
Go ahead. I want to hear it. Let's hear it.
I think I got the same takes. I think we're on the same page here.
Yeah.
Wait. Is it
let me just ask one more
on MJ and LeBron's
level? Wait. I gotta ask you one thing, just before we get too crazy, right? Before we get too crazy, Kobe or Tim Duncan? That's all I need to know.
Duncan, Tim Duncan. No. Okay, but I'm like, look, I'm not even gonna say I'm biased, but people can blame me for bias because my favorite player, and I'm not gonna say he's the greatest, but my favorite player is Manu Ginobili. So I have a lot of love for the Spurs, and I have a lot of love for the Spurs type of gameplay. So Tim Duncan is just such a
I want you to know,
and a lot of hate for the Lakers because the Lakers whooped the Spurs many times.
We hate the Spurs over here. We hate the Spurs.
I love me some Manu, but
I don't hate the Spurs. I rock with you.
No, but I can admit Manu was a good player. Definitely
like Tony
underrated 6-man of all time.
No, the best Spurs player of all time is obviously Tim Duncan. We all know this.
No, I'm not saying close. We're saying 6-mans, right? Most underrated 6-man of all time.
No, that was Preach that said that Ginobili was better than Tim Duncan.
That's the dumbest shit I ever heard in my life.
Hey, hold on.
That's a hot take.
Who won in the Olympics in 2004?
We don't care about the Olympics right now.
That is true.
Bro, the Olympics, are you serious right now?
That's so funny.
The Olympics is crazy.
That's nasty, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Listen, it's not my fault Tim Duncan can't handle Louis Scola, bro. You know what I'm saying?
So you have Manu over Tony Parker as well, I assume.
Yeah, I got Manu over everybody, bro.
I actually kind of agree with that, though. I think
Joygirl, 2 for 2 as far as I'm concerned.
I wouldn't say Manu over Tim Duncan, even though he's my favorite player, but Manu over Tony Parker, yeah, I think.
Yeah, I got Ginobili.
You talking about the 2007 Finals MVP like that? That's crazy. Tony Parker?
Whoop-de-doo.
Floater master?
The 1 year Ginobili started, he made the All-Star game. Pop had to nerf him after that. He was like, nah, man.
Yeah.
I can't. He's too good.
But Pop knew that that's why I put like a huge ton of credit to Pop as well, because if you have extremely great players, like it's obviously a smart thing to just not even put them on the starting lineup. If you put a powerhouse on the bench, obviously they'll dominate, and that's what Manu did.
It's like I get that he was facing bench players, but it's at the same time he was cooking up against like the best NBA players of all time. So it's like I think Manu just fit his role. Like he knew his role as the 6-man.
That's why
Bob says that Krow is a LeBron fanboy, so he got to hype up Tim Duncan because he bullied LeBron. What are you talking about, bro?
Damn.
I don't think that. Listen, I think that Kobe is a better basketball player than Tim Duncan. I just think that when people act like it's blasphemous to put them on the same tier, that is crazy because Tim has a better resume than Kobe does.
So is Tim on the same tier as LeBron and Jordan?
No, because they're not on the same tier as Kobe. They're better than Kobe.
Come on.
It's LeBron, Jordan, Kareem. Then there's another tier. You have Magic, Kobe, Duncan. Maybe Steph can sneak in there. Bird.
No.
Steph is not sneaking in the top 10.
Steph is
I don't
not
know why
rocking with
people do
Kobe,
this,
bro. Like he's not.
Whoa.
The man has.
But it's a different game of basketball. You can't compare. It's just like
why
it's
are y'all acting like Steph isn't top
y'all
10?
sleeping on Steph, bro.
Why y'all acting like Steph ain't top 10, bro?
Zero defense. Okay, I defend if you want to say like he's like changed the game. Yes,
how many rings
he's spitting, bro? He got zero defense.
No. But
about defense,
if you talk about the greatest basketball players of all time, basketball is a 2-man game. It is both offense and defense.
No,
and
okay,
there is no
the
way
greatest offensive weapon
in
ever. you can get away with not having good defense.
Bro, but no, I
No,
understand.
I
understand that if he even had
not even
a little bit of
bro, because you got to think like
he's not even as bad as defenders y'all act. That's just
he's not horrible, but we're talking about the best right here. We're talking about Kobe, LeBron, Jordan, like some of the best
we're
defenders.
talking about like the upper echelon of both offensive defense.
The best offensive player ever, arguably. Y'all can't say he cannot be top 10.
You could argue Kobe, Jordan, Kareem is too.
No, you can't. Kobe is not a better offensive player than Stephen Curry. Bro, Jordan is the argument Kareem is.
Oh my god, that is.
But the whole point though is like he's in that conversation, right? Like Kobe's in that conversation, Jordan, LeBron for a top offensive player, but they're also good at defense. Like that's the whole point.
Yes,
that's fair. But Steph is
Curry's nowhere near that.
Arguably better than in offense. And Magic wasn't a good defender either. Why we always brush
He's better
over
than
that?
Steph though, bro. It's like.
Neither of them are positive defenders. They're neutral at best. Steph is not the negative, like getting bullied every play guy that y'all act like he is. That's just not a fact.
Bro, if Steph had maybe like a couple of like all second defensive teams, yes, I wouldn't even put him at 10. I'd put him at maybe 8, 7. But the fact he has nothing defensively, like 0, bro. Like he cannot be in the top 10.
Krow, I know what you're saying though. Like offense is definitely more important than defense. I'm not saying that. Like
you said, this is like, but this ain't like just no okay offensive player. This is
like some of the greatest
one or two
of all time.
Offensive player of all time, and it's like
you think he's a better offensive player than Jordan?
No, definitely not.
Bro, I would rather in a top 10 basketball player debate, I would take someone who is like top 8 in offense and top 10 in defense, rather than someone who's top 2 in 3 in offense, and then top like 200 or 300 in defense.
Who's supposed to be top 8 in defense and top? Who's this person you're talking about?
No, I'm just saying something random. It could literally be anybody. Like off the top of my head, like maybe Magic. Like obviously,
I don't think you understand the value of the greatest offensive force. Just his gravity as a basketball player is greater than anything we've seen. Only person that's coming close is probably Jokic.
Nah, bro, he still lost to LeBron.
Because LeBron the best player ever.
But so that's the whole point, bro. That's the whole point. No, but that's the whole point. LeBron is better because he's better at both.
LeBron is better because he's a better playmaker, and he can defense. He's a good defender as well.
Not good. He's great. What are you talking about? I mean, LeBron's a great defender.
LeBron in Miami was a great defender. I mean,
bro, you could argue LeBron. No, hold up.
Bro, literally the thing that cemented the 3-1 comeback was his block
is a
on
better
Iguodala.
Offensive player, right? Like, but you could argue LeBron was a better scorer in 2016 than Steph.
This is the thing. Okay, in the finals, sure, but overall, no. Anyway,
hell no.
Nah, bro, no. LeBron
was what? A better scorer overall than Steph?
Bro,
that was a unanimous MVP. They won 73 games.
Oh, my bad.
What are we talking about?
No. I thought you were talking about defending. I thought you were talking not.
I'm saying like
LeBron. I agree. Steph was better in 2016.
What?
No, LeBron was better, and I think he was the best player in the league that time. Bro.
Won 73.
I think him and KD was.
He averaged 27 or 29, and he sat out 30. I was just watching Draymond talk about it. He sat out like 38 fourth quarters, and he still averaged 30 points that year.
He had Draymond guarding him and Iguodala, and they couldn't stop him one bit, bro.
I said in the finals, I can give you that because there was a bit of a meltdown from the Warriors.
It's not a meltdown, bro. He's the best player in the league. He was so much better than Steph, bro. Like it wasn't even close.
I said in the finals.
Wasn't just the finals.
LeBron was a better offensive player, but that season, Steph was the best offensive player. That was one of the best offensive seasons ever.
But
how?
But the playoffs matters more, right? So like I'm gonna take the finals over just the regular season games.
Preach. You can't just act like the finals matters more, but we can't like that. It just didn't happen.
It matters a lot more, bro. Like this dude came in from a 3-1 lead.
So 73-9, first unanimous MVP ever just doesn't matter because he lost in the finals.
Now, I'm not saying it don't matter. Curry's still one of the best players of all time. I'm just saying LeBron has proven that he's elite in both. Curry has not proven that.
I'm not denying that, but you can't tell me somebody that averaged 30 points on 50, 40, 90 and won 73 games. It's just like you can't just brush that under the rug, bro.
It's an incredible.
It's not normal.
It's a good moment, bro. But it's like
it's not a good moment. That's never happened before.
It doesn't matter if it never happened before because it's not more important than the ring. LeBron still won the ring.
How?
That is very true.
That ring is more important than that 73 wins.
Bro, at the end of the day, the ring matters.
I can see that, but you're not going to erase what happened, though.
I'm not erasing what happened.
Yes,
I'm just saying the ring is way more
I
valuable.
said Steph was the
It's
best.
literally like 80-20. Like the ring matters so much, bro. It's
Steph was
literally
the
the end
best
goal for every
offensive
single basketball player
go to a
in the
game
league.
channel.
Regular season just isn't as important, bro. You could break a record, get a lot of wins in the regular season, you lose and you choke. I mean, listen, bro.
That's the tale of
don't get me
James
wrong,
Harden,
bro. Curry is
So y'all the same.
Curry might be my
people.
favorite player in the league, and right now I'm defending
And
LeBron.
Kobe
And you
is
know I'm not a
your
LeBron
favorite
like I'm not a big LeBron guy, bro.
Kobe, y'all favorite player, and y'all should have been talking about regular season. Don't matter. That is hilarious.
Oh, that's crazy because I think he has 5 pieces of jewelry on his
Yeah, he was
finger.
the best player for 2 of them.
Oh, I don't think
on,
so
bro, don't do
because
it.
he literally has better stats in 02 than Finals MVP like 2013
Why did he get
LeBron,
Finals MVP?
who was
Why did he
supposed
get
to
Finals
win
MVP?
Defensive Player of
Why
the
did he
Year.
get Finals MVP? Why did he get Finals MVP?
Bro, because
Why
okay,
did I don't? That,
Did
why did he get
LeBron have
Finals MVP?
Shaq in 2013? Did LeBron have Shaq in 2013? If he had prime Shaq in 2013, he would have
would've won
not
it.
gotten
Shaq would have
Finals
won it. Yeah,
MVP.
he would have won it,
Shaq
bro.
would've
If he
won
would have
Finals
played better than
MVP.
him, yeah, he would have won it. What's that?
Nah.
What the fuck?
Yo,
No.
I'm
Why
not,
did Kobe not win Finals
Crow,
MVP
who's
with Shaq
who's better?
one time?
Who's better?
He was
Prime
not better
Shaq
than
or
him.
2013 LeBron?
LeBron.
No way, bro. No way.
Bro, that prime Shaq, you put him on literally any championship team, he wins the Finals MVP regardless
Every
of how
time.
good the other teammates
Okay,
are.
I'm gonna tell
That's
y'all
how
what y'all
good
just did.
prime
I'm gonna
Shaq
tell y'all
was.
what y'all just did. I said that Kobe Bryant was never better than Shaq when they played together. You said, well, he would have been better than LeBron
No,
too.
because we're saying like
No.
the whole-
First of all,
the point is
let's
like
stop
Kobe is like
operating
the second best
hypothetically.
player in the league,
Let's talk
right? Maybe
about
third,
facts.
maybe fourth. He's like what's still top 5 player in the league, but he just has Shaq.
Okay,
Bro,
he wasn't the
no,
best player
that's
on the
the
team,
thing
right?
though. When you say
I
like,
agree, I
oh,
agree.
he
He's
only
not the
won
best.
2 Finals MVPs, y'all act like the dude averaged 4 points a game in the finals
Okay,
and
but he
all the
wasn't
other
best player
series
on his
before.
team.
That doesn't
Are we
matter if
talking
you
about-
see
are
his
we
stats and
lying?
see how good he
That's
was.
true. I
He
mean,
played
Crow,
good.
Crow,
That
no,
doesn't
Crow,
mean that he still
Crow, you're
wasn't the
right.
best player on his
Bro,
team.
You're right. He wasn't the
just-
best player, but I just don't see
Yeah.
why that matters though. Like,
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because
It
if you
don't
see
matter?
the output, bro, the
No, bro, it
Spurs
doesn't.
conference finals.
In
In
a
a
GOAT
young
debate,
Kobe
not being
against
the
a
best
conference
prime
finals
Shaq. Like, what are we
versus the
In
talking
a
Spurs.
about?
GOAT
bro?
debate, not being the best player on your team.
Torch.
for
No, bro. Not
three
when
of
you're
your
not when
5
you're
rings
22
doesn't
when you
matter?
got a prime
Bro,
Shaq.
Kobe torched a
No one's
team that was
expecting
better
that.
than
Oh
the
my
finals team they
God.
went up against.
This is the nonsense that Kobe
No,
fans
bro, because we're
talk,
talking
bro.
about a 30-year-old
This is
LeBron compared to a
insane.
22-year-old Kobe.
This is insane. What?
Yes, bro. We're talking about
Yes.
a prime
No, we're not.
LeBron.
Y'all brought up Bron. I said nothing about Bron.
Exactly.
I
We're
said Kobe
saying
won
that-
5 chips and he was the best player for 2 of those rings.
No,
Y'all
but
brought
we're-
up LeBron.
Exactly, because we're saying that 2013 Braun had worse stats as a finals
What point is that
MVP
making?
than 2002 Kobe did.
What
And
point
he
is that
wasn't
making?
final. It's making the point that it doesn't matter who wins finals MVP if you have better stats to prove that you did
Wait,
No, it doesn't.
than a
He was
person
not
who
the best
did
player
and got
on
finals
his team.
MVP. It
Yeah,
doesn't
I
matter.
know, but
All right.
that does not
On
make
the
sense.
table.
I say that Kobe wasn't the best player on his team. Y'all talk about, well, LeBron did this. LeBron was the best player on his team. He won Finals MVP every time he's been to the
Bro,
finals.
that's why we're
Yeah,
saying
and
put
guess
Shaq
what?
on the team.
That
He's
is
not
much
winning
more
the finals
valuable.
Hold up, Crow.
MVP.
You know who was the
That's
best
what
player
we're
in
saying.
2011? D Wade.
So what happened?
They lost because LeBron wasn't the best player because he choked.
Because he sucked
Okay,
ass.
so that's what happens. That's the difference between LeBron and Kobe. When he's not the best player, they lose.
Yeah,
What?
because he played like
They
ass,
lost in
bro.
04 and Kobe did shit and Shaq did shit.
Yeah,
So
they both
who's
did.
Kobe had
pinning the blame on
Kobe
them
had a
now?
worse finals in 04 than Bron had in
Oh.
2011.
Oh wait,
The
so
whole
if that's
team
the
did
case,
that,
then if Kobe did so bad and that's why they lost, then that means Kobe was better than Shaq then, right? Is that what I'm
Most
hearing?
equivalence I've
Because-
ever heard in my
because
life. That makes no sense what you just said, bro.
You said the same thing for 11 with
It's like
LeBron
the
doing
super
shit.
team, the Pistons
All
were
right,
the super team. Let's be serious.
Listen,
All right.
I love Curry,
Nah,
man.
that's-
Don't get me
that's
wrong,
04.
but if I'm
We're
being
talking
honest,
about
bro, it's like
Celtics in that case.
I can't put him in there, bro. I just can't.
So okay, so I need to hear these 10 players better than Curry all the time.
It's like 5 centers.
And I want y'all to think about it.
Yeah, there's
5
a
centers. Who?
I'm gonna go
Elijah
Hakeem.
one.
Hakeem.
Kareem.
If you want to put Bill Russell, but nah.
Maybe we're not.
What you call it? Kareem,
Shaq.
Hakeem,
We'll go Shaq.
Shaq. Let's see who else. I don't want to put Wilt because it's kind of like
Yeah,
But
I don't think we can do it. It's like
let's see. Obviously, Tim Duncan, MJ, Magic Johnson, LeBron, Kobe.
without Bill
who else?
Russell and Chamberlain, it's not 5.
Slightly maybe, but if you want to add Larry Bird in there too, who else?
Actually, I'm gonna go Jokic over Curry too.
All time. Okay.
And okay, no, all time.
Joygirl, let's have a conversation about who are some of your best favorite players ever. I'm sorry, he said Jokic over Curry all the time,
and I like Curry more, bro.
We gotta move this conversation on. Kobe Prime had trash, but Kobe couldn't.
No, Jokic. Hey, don't pin that on me. I didn't say Jokic over Curry. I don't think Jokic is.
We're moving the conversation forward because I hear nothing but nonsense now.
Nah. Don't try to pin that on me. I didn't say anything about that.
All right.
But yes, we should ask Joygirl. What are your favorite players of all time? Also,
you got Ginobili already. I see you. So I see that you're a Spurs fan because you're talking about Wemby in the chat, right?
Yeah, I saw Wemby as well.
I don't look. I got a bit lost in the conversation. I'm not gonna lie, I couldn't follow.
That's our bad.
Whenever you start to talk bad about Kobe, Prince gets a little fired up, and then it just,
I mean, you say the truth about
no, don't get me started.
These fairy tales.
I will literally pull up the stats. I will do it. I will do it.
Stats don't matter.
Let's move on.
Oh, now you want to say stats?
Let's hit. I'm talking Kobe.
I think you could put Curry in top 10 though. I think it's just a bit hard because some of these plays we're talking about, it's like a completely different game of basketball. It'd be like, I don't know, it's just the game was so much different then, and I think he does deserve the praise for changing the game to what it is now.
Exactly.
And if you're talking about, current players, yeah, definitely.
The thing I respect with Curry more than any other player, I don't think I've ever seen it like this. Like, he really is like a true winner. Like, he'll do whatever it takes. He doesn't care about stats. He doesn't care about, he was willing to take KD on, and like he didn't care about his pride or any kind of negative press tied to that or whatever. Like, he just wants to win no matter what at the end of the day.
Yeah. No, that I admire.
I respect
and
that
also
he makes his teammates better. Like, Curry is a true winner, so I respect that for sure.
Yeah. Another thing that I really do like is the fact that it doesn't get spotlight, but it's such a very important aspect of the game. It's moving off the ball. Curry is probably one of the most impactful and most important players when it comes to moving off the ball. And you can really see it in his game, and he's the one who really showcased how much you can do with moving off the ball.
He might be the best ever at that too, and it's
might be because the amount of stamina he has, the amount of movement in almost every single play on offense, he literally doesn't even need the ball for 23 seconds of the shot clock,
and
he could literally be moving around entirely up until the last second, and then he gets the ball open, drains it.
I need y'all to go look at that list that JJ just sent and tell me who would y'all put over Curry.
Where's the list at?
It's in the comments.
It's in chat.
Yeah, chat. I said whatever.
Yeah, MJ, Kareem, LeBron, Bird, Magic, Russell, Duncan, Shaq.
Who would you remove Curry for in this top 10?
Bill Russell.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Obviously, we're not talking
7,
about
8, 9.
We got Russell up there already anyway. You ain't talking about Russell Westbrook, I hope.
No, he's obviously talking about Bill Russell.
D'Angelo Russell. But,
D'Angelo Russell.
Tell me what's so wild about Curry being top 10 after you look at this list.
I can't find a list.
It was,
Here, send it to me. I'll search it up.
I just sent it to the founding fathers, but I would think about this, right? Looking at Curry's resume as a player, how is it so wild to consider him a possible top 10 player?
I really just think it's defense, man. Because
I put Kawhi over him too.
No.
Kawhi over Curry.
No, I don't think so.
You are.
Hold on, Prince. If we're talking defense, come on, bro.
No,
the best defensive player maybe of all time. So
it's quite literally it's an amalgamation of three things. It's achievements and stats to prove that you have defeated your competition with rings, with trophies, and all that. That is one aspect. Then the two other aspects are the two aspects of the game itself, offense and defense. How much have you achieved in those aspects of your career? So that's why I think that the top 10 are quite literally the 10 greatest basketball players who have achieved in all three fronts of the game itself.
You finna sit up here with a straight face and tell me Kawhi is better than Curry all the time, bro.
He's not. He's not.
Me, and I'll tell you one reason why.
He's never won MVP.
It doesn't matter, bro. It doesn't matter.
Does not.
The only
what matters.
Hold up. No, I'll tell you what matters. We said it before. The most important thing is in the finals, right? And Toronto Kawhi is the greatest player I've ever seen.
Okay, You just
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I agree.
He's
I
from my
think- no, I
lifetime, bro.
think that
He's
was
even better than what I saw with
Stop
Kobe
it.
at the end of Kobe's career. So
Stop it. He's not even better than 2018 LeBron.
he's better, bro. He's better.
No, he wasn't. How? What? By what metric?
Bro, it was the greatest display I've ever seen for an entire playoff run, bro.
But
he
what?
he went
explain
up.
to me how
Okay,
he
I'm
was
telling you.
better.
So he went up against Jimmy Butler, Joel Embiid, Ben Simmons,
Wow.
Tobias Harris, JJ. Like, bro, a stacked team, right? Not a
Okay,
super
now
team.
let me preface that.
And he went crazy, bro. Like
The Heat were the
nobody
8
could
seed
stop him.
or the 7 seed. Joel Embiid was hurt that series. Now the Giannis series was great. Then he ran to the finals and he played the Warriors without Kevin Durant with only 15 minutes of KD.
Yeah.
And Clay got hurt in Game 5, and that's your best run ever.
Man,
Yeah, for sure.
I really
Look,
think
okay,
that.
I'll say there might be one
Okay.
more. The only other one I could think is maybe Dirk, and then
Dirk is not better than Kobe.
No,
Curry. Come on, bro.
no, JJ forgot Hakeem.
no, I'm saying like
Hakeem-
the best
Hakeem is
run
better
maybe
than
Dirk,
Curry.
but
How's what? Just by what metric though? Because Kim
bro,
got 2 rings.
Dirk,
You know what
I'm saying like the best run. I'm saying like
The best run.
yeah, I'm not saying Dirk's better than Curry, but I'm just saying like run. He had probably the best run.
No, like solo run, like it's evident that Dirk had the best solo run of all time.
Yeah, I'm
All
gonna
time.
go Hakeem
That
too.
20
I'm gonna go Hakeem.
Do I hear a Maverick Levin dash in this?
Yeah,
No, I'm not.
But I will
no,
say okay.
no,
But I
I'm
will say
agreeing
one
with
thing.
y'all.
I will say
agree
one
with
thing.
the Dirk
If
thing.
we're taking somebody off this list, it's Tim Duncan. We're putting Curry on it.
No.
No.
Tim Duncan deserves top 10.
He
Hakeem,
deserves.
y'all try to throw Hakeem in over Curry. It's an argument. Don't get me wrong. It's definitely an argument. But we looking at these two players. You can't just tell me why he has to be over Curry.
Bro,
No,
I
Hakeem
really-
over Curry is blasphemous.
It's like
Sorry.
I think y'all we don't respect things while they're active. If we go down the
Curry
list
is a
20
top
years from
10
now,
player all time.
like why is it so hard to say accept, bro? You got 4 rings.
I'm gonna give it to you,
2
bro.
MVPs.
I'll say I'm gonna give it to you. Take out Tim Duncan.
Why are we taking out Tim?
You
Kobe
can't-
go before Tim go.
I think he's the worst one
Hell
on the
no.
list.
But nah, you can't take out Tim Duncan. They're so literally okay. MJ,
Bro, Hakeem
Kareem,
goes
LeBron, Bird, Magic, Duncan, Kobe, and Shaq. Those 8
Steph is-
are solidified and
Steph
will
is
never
better than
leave the top
Bird.
10.
Steph is better than Bird. I don't care what
No,
you say,
I
bro.
agree with that. I agree with that.
Over
Steph
Bird.
He is
better
better
than
than
Bird?
Bird.
It's
Yes,
close for
bro.
sure, but I don't know, bro. It's close.
See,
Bird got
okay,
four
I
rings.
just can't.
It's really not close if you be
I just
real.
can't
No,
think
it's
of,
actually very, it's close. It's close.
No,
close, bro. Come
nah,
on.
nah.
Okay. Listen, if I can't remember
Nah.
how much
Let's
he's
be real.
done
Like
on
Larry
defense,
Bird was the best player of his
but-
time.
Hey,
right?
get Bill Russell out.
Bill
Oh no,
Russell-
yeah. Get Bill Russell out for sure. Get him out,
How am I talking like a
bro.
Brad? I ain't
Nobody
said
from the
nothing about Brad.
'60s on this list.
Why do I keep getting called a Brad fanboy? I have not said nothing about LeBron in forever. Y'all bringing up Brad. This is what people do. They bring up LeBron to LeBron fans and then call them Brad fanboy. I ain't said nothing about him, bro.
JJ, y'all don't respect the past, bro.
I'm gonna ask you. Okay, I'm gonna ask you this:
It was 5 teams, bro.
Is Curry
Mike
the best point guard of all time?
He's
No.
number 1 or 2. It's him or Magic. But I
Yeah,
give it to Magic
yeah.
because Magic is much more like an actual point guard than Curry. But Curry, as a basketball player, is a better player than Magic.
No,
Easy.
I kind of swap it. I'd say like you can build a team around Steph much easier because of his off-ball stuff like that. But as a better basketball player overall, I'd give it to Magic
There's no way.
because Magic can do more
But-
than Steph.
What?
But it's like if you had like a pentagram with all the different abilities like a player has. Steph is like tiered into like one,
They
like
play
offensively,
a lot different.
but it's
like,
massive.
It's
He's
different.
2 and 1.
Like in terms of like as a shooter, like the man is the best shooter of all time, and there's
And
like
Magic is the
no
best passer, right?
like
So it's
debate about it whatsoever.
Magic is a better passer than Stephen Curry.
Yes.
Neither of them are great defenders.
It's got the height advantage.
Curry scores from all 3. I mean, that's not.
Actually, Magic being, I'm pretty sure he's a very good defender, right? He's had a
No, he's
shit ton of
not. No, he's not.
He's not a
That's
great, but
that's
he's good.
He's not great, but like
9.
he's
but he
gotten
was
a
not
bunch
a
of
good
steals,
defender.
right? Here, let me check. Hold on.
John Stockton got a bunch of steals.
Yeah,
But
he's
he's not the-
one of the most
Curry led the
underrated
league in
defenders.
steals. Curry led the league in steals in 2015. Remember that?
2015 or
So
16?
is he a great defender? It was 15. It was the year before the United MVP.
1 year, bro.
He led the league in steals.
but
He's
hold
the
on,
best
Krow,
defender in the
no,
league.
no. There's a difference though. Like Curry is 6'3" compared to somebody who's 6'9". Like he's
What does
a
that
better.
mean?
Well, hold on, wait. No, size matters for defense for sure.
Yeah, but if you're not doing nothing with your size, then I mean, I'm not. He just wasn't a good defender, especially at his size. Like this is just a fact.
I'm not saying he's
I'm not making this
amazing,
up.
but he's definitely better than Curry for sure. If you,
neither of them are good defenders.
I'd say Magic is good.
What
Just from his size, like just from his size, being able to guard. If
just being tall makes you a good defender?
because of course, bro. If you're guarding someone who's
No,
6'3",
no,
hold on. That's
feet,
no. Because if you're if someone's 6'3", right? He's a point guard, right? He's guarding somebody 6'3". He has 6 inches on him.
No, I'm talking,
it's like, bro, he can block any shot right there.
Shout out to the Hidden Island in the chat. He
Shout out Hidden Island.
It's definitely not One Piece talk. I'll tell you that.
Yeah,
Magic
it's
Magic was
evolved
nothing
into
that we
something.
y'all, listen, y'all got to stop letting NBA 2K and their ratings for players that played 30 years ago influence y'all mind. Go back and watch the tape. Magic was not a good defender, and it was a thing. Even Charles' own tape said like Magic. We went after Magic because Magic wasn't.
Bro,
a good
I
defender.
don't trust
It's a
2K.
fact, bro.
I don't trust 2K ratings at all. Ever since I saw that Jerry West has a better defensive rating than Kobe Bryant. Hell no. Like what? No, don't even.
No, but Jerry West was cold, bro. Don't come on. Bro.
No, I don't want to hear that Jerry West was a better defender than Kobe Bryant. I don't want to hear it. It's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
All right, back to the question we asked. Okay, he did a great job of that, but that don't mean he was a good defensive player, bro. Joygirl, our apologies. We get carried away a lot.
Yeah,
no, it's fine. Can I just make a
be with all?
No, it's fine. No, I like the discussion, but can I make a confession? I've been holding in my pee for like the last half hour. And he was going to chat for lots longer because then I'll go and I'll come back, or I'll hold if we think we're going to wrap up soon. I don't mind each way, but I feel like my blood is going to burst.
Y'all want to wrap it up? Or
if you want to wrap up, we can.
Yeah, we can.
We can go ahead and wrap up. All right, you can go because you have to go. Go ahead and give a quick outro. The Heat and the Pelicans just got into a fight, by the way. But go ahead and give a quick outro. Tell the chat some stuff that you're planning for the future, channel-wise, and just a quick wrap-up.
Yeah, plug on all fronts. Go ahead.
Yeah, plug.
Okay.
Nothing shameless about it.
Yeah,
all right. Let me do it. All right. Okay. I'm gonna start it off by saying I'm a humble but the greatest guest on the One Piece University podcast.
You're welcome.
A humble but the greatest guest, and this is going to be my big announcement to wrap up episode 17. So thank you all for coming. To all 69 of you still watching right now, if you have not liked the stream, make sure to do so. Share it with your friends. Watch it again later for riveting One Piece /NBA discussions on the Joygirl front. If you haven't watched some of the discussion that I had yesterday about Vegapunk's announcement, go watch that. You can watch all 3 videos that I was talking about, and you know what? Just put my whole Joygirl on a playlist and just watch it, whenever you're doing dishes, if you're doing chores, sleeping, I'm all for it. And things coming up, I'm actually going to go traveling soon, and I'm going to go to Japan, which means that I am going to be shooting some content while I am in the home of One Piece and the home of Oda himself. Lucky. So I've got exciting things coming there. And Preach actually also submitted a video for a collab project that I'm doing on the best One Piece flashback and backstory ever. So that's also coming in the pipeline. And I guess I will wrap it up there. Thank you all for having me.
Thank you.
Are we going to see a Ohara Joygirl IRL collab?
Ooh.
Oh. You might.
Might be teased a little bit there, but yeah, probably. I mean,
I would assume.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll let Joygirl take care of that. But please subscribe to the Joygirl channel if you haven't already. I'm sure most of you are already subscribed, but if you somehow aren't, please go ahead and do subscribe.
Thank you so much for coming through. It really means a lot to us. I don't want to hold you. Go ahead.
Yeah, please. If you need to go.
Yeah,
it's okay.
All right.
No, that's fine. I mean,
yeah, that can be dangerous. So do your thing. Zane, you wanted to hit a quick outro real quick? Gotcha.
Like and subscribe.
Okay,
yes.
JJ, let's hear it.
What's going on, family? John Sherrod in all social media. Can't wait to see Joygirl follow me just like O'Hara and Brago did. Yes, sir. 1108 was a great chapter. Oda's on a roll. Can't wait to see what he got coming next week because we don't got a break. So that means we expect to see everybody here next week, checking out the new chapter results. And I'm just really excited with everything that's going on. I hope we get 3 back-to-back banger weeks. OPU, we do what we do. We see y'all next week. Peace.
So O'Hara followed you, but not me. Okay, interesting.
Damn.
Right.
Hey,
I didn't lobby for it.
I heard you, by the way.
Oh, my bad, gang. Go ahead.
No, you good. Hey, you can follow me on Twitter at Father Zane with 2 Z's. This was a fun stream. It was fun having Joygirl on. I've watched her videos since I started watching One Piece or reading One Piece as well. So it's nice having all these people on that, I've been with since I actually started my journey with One Piece. It's surreal almost. So, but yeah, I enjoy her content. Y'all go check her out. Thank y'all for coming out, man. And like JJ said, it's OPU. We do what we do. You know how we do it, man. Let's get it.
Yes, sir. Yes,
sorry,
sir.
Hey, and also sorry for the terrible audio this time. Had some.
It's actually not that bad. It's not that bad.
Nah.
Oh, okay.
I think it's honestly chill. Like
it's on average, but you're. Nah, let me stop. It's not that bad.
And
no, it's chilling.
My bad, Joygirl. I appreciate you coming through. I ain't speak on that earlier, but it's a blessing to have you, and we're really thankful. Thank you so much.
For sure.
Yeah, she's not here. She's muted, but I'm sure she.
I would assume she's getting.
I heard that
handling business
through like energy in the air and aura and stuff. I'm sure she heard.
That's some strong energy, but Conquer is hot. That's that Shanks.
Conquer's hot. Yeah, the Wi-Fi, Bluetooth.
All right, Prince. Hello. Why is it back? Okay, Preach. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I just want to say thanks to Joygirl for coming through, and it's a weird time zone once again, so. We were able to make it. We were able to work it out, so I was really thankful for that. It was a great stream, great chapter. I'm really excited for what's going on with One Piece right now. I think these last 2 chapters have been some of Oda's best setups in a while. I mean, we got like Blackbeard about to conquer the world. We got the whole Vegapunk announcement. It's just like I'm just so excited for the next couple chapters and seeing how AK finishes off. I mean. It's kind of crazy to say that the arc feels like it's definitely coming to an end, and we'll definitely have to do something when that arc does finish. But yeah, I've just been enjoying One Piece so far for this year so far, and we can't wait to see you guys again next week.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Meek Mill might be the dumbest person on the earth right now. All right, Prince, let's hear it.
What's good, everybody? It's Prince the Professor. You can find me on YouTube at Prince the Professor, obviously. But I really enjoyed everybody coming out here, especially Joygirl. Thank you so much for her to just come down and help us out with another amazing guest stream. But yeah, thank you to all of chat for coming down as well. We got past 100 viewers, which is amazing, and still 60 of you watching us argue about basketball for no reason. But still. It's great. Thank you so much to all of you for making chat active, making chat, great to talk to you, being interactive and stuff. We really do appreciate it. So thank you so much. And as far as what I'm doing for my channel, I've been said it almost every stream, but I am working on videos and stuff. I plan to do more streams. I wanted to actually, because I saw some ROMs and stuff of One Piece versions of Pokemon, which is very interesting, but I might stream that, and obviously just general videos and stuff. I have actually some theories that are in the works. Talked about it earlier, the recent anime going in like making in depth of Sky Island and stuff. So I really do want to make some more videos about that and Elbaf and stuff. But yeah, if you want to just find anything Prince related, you can find it on the YouTube channel. But other than that, nothing else, man. Just make sure you subscribe to Preach's channel. Keeping up with OPU. Subscribe to Joygirl's channel and subscribe to Krow's channel as well, because he's uploading Tekken and he needs more subs and more views. But yeah, that's all I'm gonna leave it at.
Yeah, like he said, I uploaded a Tekken video. It was just something quick. I just threw out the. I'm gonna detail my journey to getting better at this. Because I've never played Tekken before, this game, I guess, and I do think that growing and just learning is a beautiful thing in general. So I want it to be documented online. the better I get till I become the best player in the world, which is obviously gonna happen.
Oh,
so yeah, expect more content. I'm gonna probably record something tonight or tomorrow, and I'm getting notifications for Discord. Okay, yeah, we will cook. Look forward to seeing y'all.